Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Vacation.
Yeah. But yeah, it's crazy how like, at least to me, like the shit that I ate, I felt so much like cleaner when I was there. Like when I've just got back and like been eating shit here, I'm like,
Feel heavy?
Yeah.
Feel a little bloated again? Actually, it's funny that you mentioned that because my sister just got, I haven't tried it yet, but that's a good reminder that I should. Just got like this, it's like a little powder, a green juice powder that you just put in some water.
like fucking like athletic greens or something like
I
that.
guess something like that, but it's supposed to be bits that like are de-bloaters.
You want regular margarita? You want watermelon? You want strawberry? You want mango?
You know what I want.
What mango?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Unless it's all the way at the bottom, then I'll just take one off the top.
It is kind of all the way at the bottom.
That's
but
okay.
hey,
That's
no,
okay.
It's our first podcast back. We got to do this shit right.
Gotta have the right ones.
Yeah, exactly. If we had been going for a few weeks already,
Then sure, yeah.
I'd be like, you know what?
You get one off the top,
Yeah,
bro.
you're gonna have to wait on that mango right there, brother. But
Thank you, my boy.
just because we're back for the first
Thank you,
week.
my good sir.
Hey guys. Oh, this is for all the Hawaii homies out there. Sup, guys?
Sup, guys? Sup, guys? Was that a popular voice over there?
So all the people that I met there. So my cousin has been living there for a while. Obviously, she married someone that's from Hawaii, so they live there. They have both my nephews. One of them's 2. One of them's 6 years old.
Okay.
And I guess one day they were they were drinking a lot, and they had like moonshine or whatever. And my cousin was already pretty, feeling pretty good, and she walks up to him. She goes, like all like the dudes, and she goes, "Sup guys, you want some moonshine?
Sup, guys?
Sup guys, you want some moonshine?"
Sup, guys? You want some moonshine?
Yeah, so
I
that's
like
they just always go, "Sup guys, sup guys."
Guys.
And they got me saying that shit. And like one of the last days we were there, we were having a party for my cousin because she turned. I'm not gonna say how old she turned because it's not respectful.
Don't worry about it.
It's
yeah.
not respectful.
No, you don't tell.
She just had a birthday party.
That's all it was
But
for
we
good
were
time.
there. We were getting together for a picture, and I was all, "Sup guys, you want to take a picture?" And then they all started laughing. I was like, "Hell yeah,
Wow, this is fucking cool, bro.
dude! It is right.
This
It
is pretty dope. Yeah.
dude. It's gonna be cooler in like
When
10
everything's
minutes
supposed to
when
get
your
cold.
drink is still really cold.
Ice cold.
Yeah, and not freaking
This
not
is
warm.
I'm kind of tripping out. I was a little worried at first. I was like, "How's this contraption work? How's it gonna fit in there?" But it's like real snug.
Oh yeah.
Feels good. Where do you? Are these Hawaii exclusives? Cheers.
Oh no, you can like,
Damn, that's good.
yeah, basically like like Yeti and
Yeah,
fucking
okay.
things make this. This is just like the not expensive brand that works
Yeah.
just as well.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So,
Nice. Good shit.
but yeah, like everyone out in Hawaii, just like,
How's
I was
that
just
bad
like,
boy?
"Damn, you have one?" I was like, "Damn, you have one?"
I
Oh
need
shit,
one.
you have like 3 of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of want.
Yeah.
I kind of want. Because like you're sitting there and you're on the beach and you're like, it's warm out there, and
Yeah,
you
oh,
crack
yeah.
open a drink, and by the time you get like 5 minutes into your drink, you're like, okay, this is
Not fun.
a little bit warmer.
Yeah, yeah.
Than when I first opened.
100%.
It,
I was just at the beach with Buddy like, I don't know, a month ago or something like that. And I hadn't been to the beach in a long time. And more than that, I'm not like a big beach person. I rarely go a lot, especially in like my more adult life. So I've never really had like drinks at the beach a whole lot. So I was drinking a beer and man, was I upset. I was, I was like, oh, fuck, man, I got to finish this shit. Because I like passed out for a little while, And so, it's not fun. It's not a good time.
Yeah, no, these are the wave, especially like, because your hand warms it up. You're sitting there, you have it in your hand. You don't want to, the only time you're going to get consistent, like, temperature throughout is if you just chug that shit. If you
100%,
shotgun that shit, okay,
Right
it's going to
away,
be ice cold,
yeah.
But you
But
don't
then
want
you
to
get a brain freeze.
Exactly. And you don't want to just chug your drink. You want to sit there, especially if you're on the beach, you want to enjoy yourself,
Yeah.
take in the scenery.
A beach is not, well, I won't say ever, but the beach is not always the vibe to be shotgunning beers.
Yeah, no.
Maybe sometimes.
Sometimes.
If you're partying out there,
Mm-hmm.
you're in a 1980s beach volleyball movie, then that's a good time.
If you're in Top Gun.
If you're in Top Gun, that's a good time to shotgun a beer at the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it calls for it at times.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'd be down to shotgun at the beach. I'm not like opposed to it. I'm not gonna be like, whoa, 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 what are you fucking doing over here?
Shotgunning's not my favorite, but
I have to be pretty fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like, okay, yeah, let's shotgun a beer, like my first beer. You know?
I don't really even like to shotgun beers so much anymore. I would rather have, I mean, maybe not one of these, but like a Truly or something. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't even care. I'll just be like, yeah, I'll shotgun with y'all, but I'm not gonna do a beer because that shit just gets too heavy on my stomach, dude.
Yeah, you know what's the wave is Michelob Ultras, bro.
Oh, those are fire! Oh
Yeah.
my god,
Dude,
I love
everyone in
those.
Hawaii was like, all the dudes we were hanging out with were just drinking those. And
those are the best.
And I don't drink those. I had probably, before I went to Hawaii, probably had them like one time. Probably literally had one Michelob Ultra ever in my life.
Yeah.
And that's all they were drinking. And, you know, the homie and I know was like, hey, bro, you want a beer? And I was like, I'm on vacation. I'm not going to say no,
Of course,
brother.
yeah.
I'm not going to say no. If I did, I would hope you'd slap me in the face.
Yeah.
And so I was
Drink this.
I was drinking it, and I was like, this is good because it's not heavy.
No,
you know,
it's
it's a
light as
really
fuck,
nice
dude.
light
Yeah,
beer, and
yeah.
you just keep fucking,
Pounding them.
you just keep
It's like
pounding
drinking
them, bro.
water. They're good. Or I like a heavy cider or heavy apple juice or something, but it's good.
Yeah,
though.
but by the time when you get a few in, you're like, oh shit,
They
I'm
get
drinking-
ya.
I'm drinking beer.
yeah, yeah.
I'm out
oh,
here
yeah.
drinking beer.
Drinking beers.
Yeah, though I
No,
think
I
like,
like those a lot actually. They're really good.
yeah, I think actually let me introduce this fucking podcast because it's our fucking first week back.
Oh yeah, hi.
And if you are just tuning in and you've never been here before and you happen to come across us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or SoundCloud or wherever you get your podcasts from,
Hello.
and you're like, wow, what is this? What is TH4TV?
Who's that?
Who are these guys?
Who are those guys?
Who are Ryan and Daniel?
Who's that?
Yeah, oh my God.
Oh my god, who's
Like,
that?
who are they?
What too high for TV?
Yeah,
What's
guys.
that?
Yeah, guys, this is too high for TV where two guys get too high and talk about a little bit too much TV.
Just a little bit.
Just a tiny
Just
bit.
a tiny bit.
I am one of your co-hosts, Ryan.
I'm your other co-host, Daniel. Hello.
And yeah, and basically what the show is, right?
And there's
is-
Ryan's mom.
Yeah, and there's my mom. Say hello. And basically what the show is, if you don't know, if episode number 68 is the very first episode you are clicking on, thank you. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know,
To be picking people up 68 episodes
yeah, I
in.
appreciate that. But yeah, basically what we do is we sit here, we get a couple movies or TV shows for
Yeah.
the week, and you know, I get stoned. He doesn't get stoned anymore, but we drink
Yeah.
and we fucking talk about them.
Yeah.
And we break them down
Mhm.
and we say what we feel and we give
Mhm.
you advice about life, advice about the stock market,
100%.
advice about buying a home.
Yeah, we are actually diversifying lately. So we're
Yeah.
kind of like a movies, stocks, math, science,
Home ownership.
literature, history.
If you need to sign off on a second mortgage, I
Yeah.
can help you out with
We've
that.
recently began reviewing beers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we pretty much just like jack of all trades, master of all type of deal.
Yeah,
So,
we do
you
it
know.
all. You know, we got our little lightsabers
Yeah,
here.
hey.
Pew, pew, pew.
What's up, Disney?
Yeah.
How you doing?
No, not how are you doing, Disney? Fuck you, Disney.
Fucking
Yeah,
Disney.
you guys fucking suck right now.
fucking Disney.
Yeah,
I
you guys
was
don't want to pay. You guys don't want to pay your freaking your actors or your freaking writers. And who are you? Who are you fucking
Who
people?
are you? What? Oh, hello. I was just talking to my little sister about that
Mhm.
because for those of you who do not know, we are both just coming back from vacation.
Yes.
And mine was to Disneyland.
Wow. You fucking traitor.
I
Crazy.
was telling Meaty, I was like, damn, you know, dude, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I am in full support, and you know, that shit is fucking garbage. Like, that's a lot of rich people making a lot of money that they don't need to. But god damn it, it's hard to be mad at Disney when you're in Disneyland, bro.
Yeah. You had a little. You were a little Stephen Amell. You're like, hey, fucking, going on strike is stupid. What are we fucking doing here?
Oh, is that the arrow?
Yeah, did you see that shit? No. He was literally, I don't know what like convention he was at, but he was literally on a panel in public, right? And they were asking about it, and he was basically like,
He's like, I'm not down.
he was like, yeah, I support my union, but I don't support striking. I think that shit's dumb. Like, it doesn't get us anywhere.
You
And
don't
everyone's
like
like,
America.
you support your union, but you don't support your union striking. So you pretty much don't support your union.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. And then Zachary Levi also came out and was like, hey, I can't promote my movies. What the fuck? Hey,
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
cool, but I can't fucking
Yeah.
promote my movies. And everyone's like, shut the fuck up. You're in some trash movies, sir.
Nobody cares, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's you know, it's a weird time for sure. I think because it is difficult, right? Because not every actor. A lot of the while it is wonderful to see a lot of the love and support coming from bigger actors, they have all made billions of dollars off of the industries that they are currently protesting. So they're fine. They cannot make movies and they cannot do projects and they can go on strike.
Yeah, that's why you don't see Tom Cruise out there freaking on the front lines.
Yeah, and it's fine. It doesn't matter, right? But I don't know how rich Zachary Levi and Stephen Amell are or anything like that, but like those motherfuckers, that's their job. So like they still need to make money. So like it is a weird middle ground, you know, where like as far as unless I hear an actual conversation from the two of them where they can actually like explain themselves saying like, and you can catch them like, yeah, fuck that, I don't support like union strikes or anything like that. I don't know if I'll be like too hard on them because it's like, I don't know, I feel like it's too easy to make headlines about things based off of like things people say either out of context or without any like conversation, you know what I mean? Weirdly enough, this is gonna probably trip you out a little bit, but like weirdly enough, the person that was making me think about this was Drake, of all people.
Drake.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I was downstairs eating dinner with my sister last night, and she had I think it was Future. He has like a podcast, right? Future Mood, or like a video series or something like that.
I have not heard of that.
I'm pretty sure it's called Future
awesome.
Mood. Yeah, it was basically just him and Drake sitting on the beach, like just it was a podcast. I don't know what else to call it. They were just talking about shit.
Was it not?
Maybe it was a long form interview.
Was it Lil Yachty and Drake?
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure. I think it was Lil Yachty
on the beach.
Because I'm pretty sure I would have seen, like, not to say you're wrong or anything.
No.
But I'm very much like on Instagram. On Twitter,
yeah.
And I think it might be the Lil Yachty and the Drake interview. Because if a Future and Drake interview came out, I'd be like, what the fuck? But again, I could also be wrong.
I am probably the one who's wrong because I will also admit that I am not. I don't know what I know what Drake looks like, but I don't know what Future or Lil Yachty looks like. Yeah. And I just saw the title was Future Mood, so I assumed. I could be totally wrong.
Let me see.
But he was talking about that exact thing, and like it hit for me because I was like, fuck, I don't care about like Drake that much, you know, like I'm not like a huge fan of his or anything. Like I think some of his songs are kind of catchy, whatever, but like for the most part I don't really fuck with Drake. But I did appreciate the truth and the honesty of like, yeah, man, like people take our shit out of context like so crazily.
Yeah. That's Lil Yachty.
Okay, yeah. Lil Yachty. Yeah. So does he have a show or like a podcast?
I think, I don't know, it's very. He probably does. I mean, Future Mood, I think that's him doing more interviews.
Yeah.
But this is like the only one that I've really seen just because it's not often Drake does an interview. Like I think the last time he did like an actual like legit interview, like a long form interview was probably like a few years ago. Like it's not very often he's like going to radio stations, and I mean he's past that in his career. He doesn't need to do that. Yeah. But
he also just it doesn't from what I could tell from what I was watching it doesn't seem like he likes it too much. He seems like a relatively private person, at least nowadays. I don't know how he used to be or anything like that.
If I remember correctly, I think the last interview he did, he talked about that and how he just doesn't like the way interviews are conducted.
Yeah, they're very constructed. Like it's very much still a play or a movie or a show. It's scripted. A lot of the times.
This shit's cool. He also recently did an interview with another girl. I don't fucking remember what her name is because she literally just popped up on the scene super crazy. And did a Drake
I know
interview.
who you're talking about. Yeah. She's like the
Bobby. It's like Bobby something.
Yeah, she's like the really disinterested girl, right?
Yeah, she's
yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, like.
Yeah, she's funny. She makes me laugh. Yeah,
she's cool. But actually, their interview just got deleted and they unfollowed each other on Instagram.
Interesting.
So I think
it seemed like it got heated. I saw clips that people must have just like screen grabbed.
See, I don't know if it's that because I'm getting super crazy into like.
We're getting into some like
not like stalkery like Instagram, but like I just see this shit on Instagram. Yeah, and if you're on the hip hop pages, like this shit pops up.
Yeah, 100%.
But like he just had a show recently, and like she was just there. Like it was there like a couple days ago.
Okay.
So I think people are speculating some shit happened backstage.
I could see that. I also fully believe in constructed narratives too. Like if somebody needs like clout or spotlight time in the headlines, you know, it's like all press is good press, right?
Yeah.
Nobody gives a fuck if it's good or bad. So
that's true.
Maybe they just made up a fight. Maybe they made up beef, you know?
Yeah, but this chick's on a crazy run. Like she did, She did Drake, then she did Lil Yachty, and then she did like Mark Cuban.
Yeah, I saw that. Like big people.
Crazy fuck.
Yeah.
And that's like Mark Cuban was like her 5th episode, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I
And
wonder
guess she
what
was
the deal
like,
is.
I think she was like popping on TikTok before.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what. I don't have TikTok, so I can't be like, oh yeah, I know. But apparently she was like popping on TikTok and shit like that before. And then I forget who her first interview was, but it was a pretty notable like person.
Just to have one of any of the 3 names that you just mentioned within like 50 episodes would be great.
Yeah.
But within the first 5 to have all 3 of those names, that's pretty crazy for sure.
Yeah, and she was like, her and Drake were like chilling in like
in the bed together.
I was
Yeah.
like, damn, that's fucking
Yeah,
cool. I want to chill in Drake's bed.
Honestly, it's and they have the mics like all comfy on those fucking stands that we need to find, the like really movable ones and shit. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, sorry, we went on a little tabloid. This is Too High for TV tabloid.
Yeah, this is E Entertainment.
Yeah,
actually.
exactly. Yeah, we find out it's TMZ.
Yeah.
But yeah, that and then another one, a Tom Holland one quote. That just like you know me, I'm pretty hard on celebrities. I think they're pretty much all assholes, and I don't know any of them. But that, and then this other one that I just saw recently, from Tom Holland, which go figure. Of course, I'm gonna listen to Spider-Man. But he said, if you have a problem with me, text me. And if you don't have my number, you don't know me well enough to have a problem with me. And I was like, all right, yeah, that's fine. Like, I disagree with somebody's politics all you want, but don't hate them for it, that's the main thing, I think. Because, Zachary Levi is also another dude who, I honestly, at this point, just feel bad for. It's like, this poor fucker is just, trying to be a superhero, and it's just not the time for it. And, I don't know. It's just not fun times right now. It's no good.
Yeah, I mean, it's bad time. It was bad timing for them to, share their views about that.
Be quiet about it now, and then come out about it later. If you really,
I don't think striking's, the best thing. You could say that after it's all fucking done, after they all get new deals. But it's, in the midst where people you are probably have worked with and maybe have, a cool... Not saying the deepest relationship or friendship, but people that your coworkers,
Sure.
you become friends with them and stuff. People that are on the front line striking for that shit, and you're like, I don't. Striking's not the best fucking thing. you know?
Yeah.
And then I think yesterday he was out there in a fucking shirt and had a sign, and he was like, hey, what's up?
Of course, 100%. Well, because that was the other thing I was gonna bring up too, right? Which is I honestly do wonder. Fuck it. I forget the sympathy. I'm jumping back on my fucking conspiracy train. Fuck the celebrities. but I do honestly wonder. Oh, this keeps popping in and out. I do honestly wonder.
That's what she said.
Yeah. How many actors out there are on the picket lines to save their career?
Probably a lot.
Maybe they don't need they might not need the money either, right? They could be well off enough, or they could be fine, or maybe they're even just moving along, but they're like, fuck, if I don't go out there and strike, I'm going to get canceled. I guess I should go out there.
Yeah, there's probably a good amount, I would say. Because there is, I think SAG-AFTRA did come out and say, hey, if you, if any of you guys go against what we're doing, in any way,
there's gonna be punishment.
You will be, basically banned from the union. And, if you want to get into the union and you go against the shit that's happening, then you'll be banned from ever being able to come into the union. So it's it's a serious thing. It's a very serious thing where I think I saw a quote come out there was an actress who was just an extra for WandaVision, and she said a lot of the extras in post-production or whatever, when they were when Disney was doing their thing, they scanned all of their faces so that they could use them and not use other extras and stuff like that, and just put them in. And the extras didn't know about that shit, or at least she didn't know about that shit. And I'm that's some sketchy shit, If you are in a job where you're an extra, where you're just an extra, right? And it's fuck this. Yeah, this is my job, I gotta go job to job being an extra.
Yeah.
And fucking Disney or Marvel is just I'm just gonna scan your face, so next time I actually don't need
have to
you.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Some sketch shit going on.
No, it is weird. It's a funky time that is what do we do about it? It's I wonder, because I think I told you last time, it's when this is hopefully all said and done, and the wrongs have been righted as best as they possibly can, because I doubt it's gonna be like just a full. There's gonna I imagine, maybe this is just the pessimist in me, but I imagine there's gonna have to be some compromise, even from the side of the people striking.
Yeah.
I doubt they're gonna get everything that they want perfectly handed to them.
No, there's always a compromise at some
Yeah,
point.
there's gonna be some kind of other deal that gets as close as humanly possible from the CEO's standpoint, that will still allow them to take advantage of artists in like another couple of decades or something like that, or another few decades or something.
Well, you look at like the last time actors actually went on strike was like, I think it was like late 60s or something like that, like a period of time in the 60s. And the big thing was like television was becoming a thing, and people who were in movies and TV shows that were getting aired, or I think it was specifically like movies that were getting aired on television, weren't seeing the residuals that they should be seeing. Yeah. Because they're like, this is fucking television, it's new. We're just gonna fucking rent it, and we're just gonna do whatever the fuck, do whatever the fuck they want. And like, it came down to like, any movie or show made after 1960 got residuals, but anything made like before that, there was still like, hey,
it's an embargo line.
Yeah, it was like, hey, we don't fucking gotta pay you shit.
Like, we made this agreement today. Everything from here forward.
Yeah. So I imagine there's gonna be something like that, where it's like, hey, you guys, you fucking, hey, you guys got the short end.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. No, because I mean that's the cyclical nature of like this whole thing and our use of media and its like close ties to technology, is that like we want the advancements of the technology, and we want them now. That's why we get iPhones every year, and that's why we get,
it's my money and I need it now.
Yeah, we want all of this stuff like right now, right? So we're willing to sacrifice the,
keep talking, I need to find a grinder.
Yeah. We're willing to sacrifice the, I don't want to say like morals, but the bits and bobs here and now in order to receive these cool things, like shit, like all of the technology we're using now to record this podcast, right? But in another 10 years, when they develop something that is a new form of information, like transference or giving information to people through movies and TV and stuff like that, when it becomes Black Mirror and we get the little chips in our heads that can just beam movies and shit directly into our eyeballs, and we can just watch them off to the side during our day-to-day stuff, there's going to be another strike like this, or another problem or another issue that comes up, because when that technology first comes out, we will be 1000% on board. We'll be super excited about it. Yeah, beam movies to my eyes. Give that shit to me whenever, like right now. I'll fucking do that.
Beam the movies to me, Scott.
Yeah, exactly. And then another 5 years later, 6 years later, once they know they fucking got us, and they're like, yeah, these motherfuckers will beam movies into their eyes all day long. These fuckers will binge beam.
These fuckers.
Then comes the like, okay, yeah, but where's our piece of it, right? Which is understandable, right? Like I don't mean to say that there's like a wrong side of this or anything like that. It just trips me out that like we just follow the steps so much to a T. Like it's the same thing, you know what I mean? Like you said, it's gonna probably turn out more or less the same. Yeah. As the strikes did in the 60s, and then when the technology advances again, same thing. Unless we get benevolent ass motherfuckers as our CEOs over the course of the next 30 or 40 years or something like that, that would be fantastic. I hope that happens.
Well, I mean, look at it with like Netflix. Like they don't share like their streaming data or anything like that. They don't show you like, oh yeah, this is how many people stream this episode of this show. Where like with shows that are on like cable television and stuff like that, they have access to like, oh, look at, there was a spike in this episode and like how many people tuned in, like, and where it's like that now, where like the CEOs are like, hey, yeah, a lot of people stream this, but we don't really want to tell you how many, so you don't know how much you should be getting paid. And that was like with music, like when Apple Music and like Spotify and Tidal first came out, we're like, oh my gosh, like we only have to pay a subscription and I have access to like every piece of music ever fucking made. Like this is fucking crazy. But then artists were like, wait. How much is a stream worth? And that's where we're at, is like, how much is a stream worth? And like that's what artists like rappers and singers and anything are trying to like figure out now, is like, how can I like be independent and still make the money that I was making before streaming. Because like before streaming, like you can put your album out on iTunes and people got to pay $10 and like, you know, 10 people buy that. That's $100.
Yeah.
You know, and you keep that $100 or whatever. But now it's like 10 people stream that 100 times. That's like 30 cents or something like that.
Yeah,
like it's nothing. So it's like we're in the same boat.
It's a trippy it's a trippy impasse moment right now, I think, where I saw this like maybe like a year now, longer than that. Like, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago or something, there was this documentary on Netflix that like I watched really fucking baked one night. And it was about how information has almost, at that point they said almost, at this point I'm sure it's probably true, that had surpassed like oil and gas in terms of like value.
Oh yeah.
Information's more value than anything, right? But the tricky thing about that is that information costs nothing.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like a stream, right? Like a stream versus like a CD or whatever, right? Or even iTunes. It's like buying something on a single, what do you call it or whatever, like requires like physical work to make like a CD or a cassette or like
or a DVD
or whatever it might be, right?
Yeah.
Versus like making a stream is a click of a button. It's a code in the system that puts it up there that lets people access it. So like it's weird. Like I again, I'm not trying to go so far as to say that like the CEOs are right or anything like that. They're a bunch of fucking greedy, snobby assholes and every other adjective that's been used under the sun. That I am in 100% agreement with. But I also can't help but just trip out on like the technicalities of everything going on with like the morality bits taken out of it. Is it's like it is less cost worthy to stream things or to digitally enhance or reproduce or something or this or that thing. So like it's weird. I don't know. I think it's funny. It's like it's a weird, if somebody came up to us and was like, hey, I'm gonna take your face and I'm gonna use it to go over here in this thing or whatever, and it's not gonna cost you any work at all. Like, I don't want people to have my face, but like I don't care.
But
right?
then I'd also be like the question I would ask would be like, how much am I getting?
See, but that's the thing that I wonder is it's like when you're just taking a face, right? Like for actors it's different because they're actors, but I'm talking about like common civilians, like just us, right? Like what are we actually doing? You just stand there and I take a picture of your face and then that's it. Like to be compensated for that on like a simple level like that is just such a trip to me of like, because what was weird to me is it's like the people who are, I mean, and it's also a conversation, right? Thankfully it is happening right now too. But the people who are also getting boned in this whole scenario are the computer graphics and engineers and all those people who are being forced to take all of these people's unlicensed or licensed or stolen faces or whatever and be overworked into putting them into shit as well too. You know what I mean? It's like, so it's just this weird like chain reaction that I keep going back to, the same thing that I was talking about a few weeks ago, which is just like, fuck it all. Like just go back to just print. That's not going to happen obviously, but just go back to just printing up copies of things that you have to go out to the store and physically buy, and you get, you know, residual stuff off of this and that or whatever. But like, I just think it's a trip to me that some of our biggest rallying moments of like, we need to put a stop to this, this is not working right, has been like in response or because of like the rapid growth of technology. But we're still, I still can't help but figure like we're responsible for that technology.
Oh no, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's so weird to me. It's so cyclical. I just can't like, I have this like never-ending argument with myself in my head where I just go in circles and circles about that shit all the time.
Because it's to the point where like technology is so integrated into our everyday lives. It's hard to just be like, oh yeah, I'm just not gonna like watch TV or have my phone or fucking listen to music or, you know, because we're so connected through everything. I could just call you. Like, I could just be like, hey, dude, what's up?
Yeah.
Like, and I could just fucking, oh, I have Daniel on my phone. Cool. Boop. Let me call this guy, you know? Easier than, like, fuck, what was Daniel's number?
Remembering it, yeah.
Oh, hey, what's up, Ms. Yeah, can I talk to Daniel? Yeah. Like, now I can just be like, hey, dude, what's up? Let's sneak up.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, definitely, yeah.
So it's one of those things where
it's like convenience versus practicality.
Yeah, because like the big wigs and the big suits and the big CEOs have access to all this data.
Yeah.
They can see like, oh fuck, see this is popping off right now. Okay, let's get a move on this before people can get ahead of like, okay, whoa. How are we going to like, how is this going to benefit everybody instead of like, because I mean, again, at the end of the day, like a business is a business and they got to look out for
the
themselves,
business,
right? So it's like, do they do things that are morally wrong? Fuck yeah, they do. Yeah. Fuck yeah,
probably,
they do.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, it's a fucking crazy thing.
It's just so funny. It's that thing of fuck. God damn it. I can't remember what it was, but there was like there was a show that did a joke recently where it was like I don't think it was about AI, but it was about some kind of like clause or something or other on like a phone or something like that. And it was like, I did not give you permission to do that. And they're like, yes. Well, yeah, what was it?
It was, I think it was Black Mirror.
Okay.
That episode where she like, yeah, it's the streaming service. And I was like, whoa, when you signed up for the fucking streaming service,
you did give us permission.
You gave us permission to fucking use everything.
Yeah. And it's a double-edged sword, right? It's how they get us, because we as human beings just crave convenience. Because like you can't decline that thing, because then your iPhone won't let you finish setting it up. Like you know what I mean? So you either sign up and you give over your shit, or sorry, you can't use an iPhone. So yeah, it's just it's a weird fucked up system, man.
Buy physical media, everybody.
Just exactly. Produce some CDs or shit. We need to put these on CDs or something now. We're like, yeah, I know. We're like saying all this. And it's like, go stream us on Spotify. But you know, you do what you can. It's a quickly changing world. You can't stay on top of everything all the time.
Very true. But yeah, man, let's transition away from that a little bit and something a little less dark. Let's talk about how was our vacation.
Some vacations.
Some vacacion.
Vacaciones, bro.
Fuck. If Buddy's listening, that's another fucking word. We've been talking about at work like Spanish words that sound like English words, and every time we hear one, she's like, oh, there it is. One. She swears it was because I was like, no, there's not a lot of Spanish words that sound like English words. But I'm like, dude, what are you fucking talking about? There's no way I said that shit. But it's like every time she's like, oh, see, there's another word. And I'm like, yeah, I don't disagree.
Like, I know.
You
were right.
This is cool. This is great. I love this.
I'm so glad you like very aggressively like, I'm so glad we're in agreement right now.
I'm so glad that they're like, wow, this word is already cool. Like, let's just keep using it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But we'll throw our own spin on it. But yeah, how was your vacation, man?
Oh, it was
to hell.
No. It was stupid fun, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna sound like an amazingly fanboy hypocrite right now.
You're gonna sound like a Disney adult right now.
Yeah, and I don't really care. But I had the greatest time I have ever had at Disneyland. I'm pretty sure. I think this was probably my favorite Disney trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Damn.
So when we got there. We went to we stayed at a hotel the first night we got there, because we didn't go the first day that we got there. And when we finished that first night up or whatever, we basically packed all our shit in the car and dropped the cars off at the hotel that we were gonna stay at, which my dad and my stepmom fucking balled out, and we stayed at one of the hotels that was like connected to the park.
Oh fuck yeah.
So we had this early access shit where the park officially opens at like 8, I think. But you
can go in at 7:45.
At 7:30, bro.
Oh shit.
You get 30 minutes to be there.
Not even an hour?
Not an hour.
That's fucked up.
30 minutes.
It should at least be an hour.
Nah, let me tell you, dude. 30 minutes is plenty, because there's something like slightly eerie about being there without a bunch of people walking around. It's honestly kind of freaky. Like I think some of the energy of amusement parks and things like that, as much as we like to think like, oh, it'd be so nice to have this place to myself, I think a lot of the energy and fun comes from the communal aspect of it.
You see everybody like, oh my god, that shit was so fun. That ride was crazy. Look at what I just bought.
And then you think like, oh, I want to go ride that ride. It's like, oh, where did he win that thing? Maybe I can go play that. Get that anyway. So we got there and we went to Disneyland first. So we booked it straight to the middle of 3 entrances into Galaxy's Edge. And that's their first thing when we got there. Thankfully, we didn't do anything else. We just walked straight. Well, we handled some business at the front because of Caleb and his condition. But then we went straight back there and we were waiting and they had the gates closed for a little while. Those doors, I think, didn't open until like 7:45 or 7:50 or something like that.
And you're like, hey, we have early access, motherfucker.
No. It was like, it's part of it, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it took a little while to boot up or something, but they opened it. They opened the doors and you walk through and you don't walk through these gates and it's like you're right there. You go down and there's a little pathway past Frontierland, which is where like, you know, the Thunder Road Mountain is, the like choo-choo train roller coaster.
Yeah, the cars that you drive.
Yeah. So it's over there in the back corner. And you walk through and you just like, the first time, I will say this, we were there so early in the morning, not everything was up and running like perfectly well. That's nice. She's a large one. She's a big one. That's the white whale right there. Make sure it's focused. Yeah. Beautiful. She's a beaut. Yeah, I will say it was some of the stuff was cooler when we went back later in the day, because some of the stuff was like not running at its full capacity when we got there like so early in the morning. But still, you walk through, there's this big long tunnel that you go through, and it has all this like like fucking craziest, coolest fucking transition shit I've ever seen in my life. And you walk through, and you just see like this archway. And there's like some fucking power motivators in the bushes over here, bro. And there's just like Star Wars shit around. And like where we walked in, you walk in and you like to your right immediately is like a gigantic fucking Kylo Ren life-size ship. Like just a full-on fucking Star Wars ship, bro. Like just
that's cool.
There in the corner, there's like fucking resistance signs hanging. I mean, not resistance, first order shit hanging like on the walls and stuff, like banners. And like already I was like, holy fuck. Like I started tearing up already. I was like starting to cry. I was getting all emotional and shit. And I was like, holy fuck, man. And so we keep walking. And even though it was a bunch of people like right at the front waiting to get in, everybody booked it to the rides. And me and my dad and everybody were like, well, let's just like walk around for a second. Like we'll get on the rides. Like we're going to be...
Let's go to the cantina.
Yeah, let's go check some stuff out, right? And so we're walking, and like it was such a trip, bro. Like just to be
in Star Wars,
in fucking Star Wars, like walking down a back alley with nobody around, like looking down out, like it is fucking ridiculous. It is the most entranced and transported and like childlike I have felt in such a long fucking time. It was the definition of magical, bro.
Oh, fuck
I was fucking flabbergasted. I came around the fucking corner, and the greatest thing I think that I've ever seen in my fucking life was the goddamn Millennium Falcon, bro.
Oh, fuck
like,
yeah, dude.
Full on fucking Falcon just sitting there in a fucking hangar, bro. Like, it was redonkulous. That shit full on made me cry. I was sitting there like just
like straight out of something from A New Hope or something like that.
It's 100%. Like you walk around the corner, and Disney in the park in general is really good at controlling your point of view and how things get revealed to you, right? Like there's really like if you pay attention to it, it happens naturally in the background, so you don't think about it, especially when you're a kid. But if you pay attention to it when you go and you have like an idea of the mechanics of just walking around Disneyland, that place is a fucking marvel. There's like reveals that are beautiful and like things that show themselves to you in like such fun and cool ways. But just coming around the corner and seeing it was like fucking nuggets, bro.
Yeah.
Coolest shit I ever seen in my goddamn life.
Fuck
Yeah. And we did those rides first. We went on the Millennium Falcon one, and me and my dad got to pilot the Falcon, which is super cool. I won't go into a lot of detail about stuff because I think most of the rides should be experienced without spoilers. But I will say on Smuggler's Run, if you're feeling confident enough, be a pilot. Because with the way the ride works, it genuinely feels like you are flying the Millennium Falcon.
Damn.
And it's fucking cool as fuck. It's crazy dope. But yeah, it was crazy fun, man. It was pretty dope. That was definitely the highlight for me, was all of the Galaxy's Edge stuff. The Rise of Resistance is like it's a experience like none I've ever had. I like hesitate to even call it a ride. It's such a trip of like a little journey that you get to go on. It's really fucking cool.
It's like an immersive experience, right?
It's insane. Like I don't know. Have you watched videos about it? Have
My
you seen
sister
it?
sent me like videos when she went.
So
and I
you
was like,
kind of
"Damn."
know what.
And you're like walking around. There's fucking stormtroopers and shit. And
yeah.
like,
So like,
they're like, get the fuck over here.
yeah, like all of the people. It's a coin toss because some folks working are tired or not into it or whatever. But for the most part, everybody who's operating the ride is acting as well. So as they're moving you along to the next section, they're like, stand still and be quiet. Like, don't say anything. Like, you're here. Don't move. Like, stand in front of your cell block.
You're a pussy.
Yeah. It's like, fuck you and fuck that part fucking sucks. Like, what'd you say? Like, it's good shit, dude. Like, it's fully interactive. And there's so many moving parts and so many cool, like, immersive experiences that you get to do. And then the technology behind the cart that is in both this ride and another one that I really enjoyed. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a Mickey and Minnie Mouse ride where the cart uses the same technology. There's, from what Diggy Barnes was explaining to me, they have a camera sensor underneath the cart that can read a line that gets painted with this special paint. So the cart that you're in on both of these rides that I'm talking about are not on a track, and they're not attached to anything anywhere in the room. They just move, like they just go through the room.
That's crazy.
And it's insane.
That sounds like a liability.
It's crazy. It's pretty wild. The ride does shut down incredibly frequently because of how delicate the technology is. And if there's even a scratch in that paint, that shit's going to go haywire. So they shut it down a lot. Damn. It didn't happen to us, thankfully. But it did happen to my mom. She went earlier this year, and she said when they were on it, the ride broke down on them. But it's a trip. It's crazy, and it lends itself really well to Star Wars in particular because of speeders and hover devices and such like that. Like when you're sitting in a thing that's painted like a little Star Wars cart and it's literally hovering along and you can't see anything attached to it, you're like, what the fuck, dude? It's cool as fuck, man. It's super fun. And yeah, honestly, just like that one and the Mickey and Minnie Mouse ride is like, if that's what the next level of ride that Disney is going to be bringing, I cannot fucking wait. There are some classics that I would be very sad to see them replace and, all this stuff and everything. But some of the technology they have in these rides is flabbergasting, bro. Another super fucking cool highlight one was California Adventure, the park across the way, has Avengers Campus, which also made me fucking cry because you walk up and it's literally like the fucking Avengers theme song is playing and you walk in and it's like it's fucking insane, dude. It's so cool. And the ride there that I really liked was the Guardians one is cool, but it's just Tower of Terror, just reskinned, which is fun, and I had been on that before. But the one that's a trip is the Spider-Man ride. It's a web shooter simulator thing. So you sit in these carts that seat like 4 people on each side. So it's like 8 in the whole tube, and it spins around like, do you remember Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blasters? Yeah. So it's like that, except everything on the targets that you're shooting at is all like a pretty lifelike graphic, like a video game, right? And the cart itself, Meaty actually figured it out. It tracks your joints from your shoulder to your elbow to your wrist. And when you make a motion like this, it recognizes it and is actually pretty fucking accurate, and it shoots a fucking web out at the screen. So you're sitting there in a cart and everybody's just fucking shooting webs, and you're just like hitting these little spider bots.
Why is that some scientist shit to be like, See, what really happens is
Yeah.
it's a sensor connected to your shoulder, your elbow, and your wrist. So when you do like that's
It's
I would
so
not
crazy.
I would not figure
It's
that
so
out.
crazy, dude.
That's funny.
It's so crazy, but there's no equipment or anything. Like it's all it feels very very. It works again for the immersion. It works really well for the Avengers campus vibe because it feels like Tony Stark technology of like, yeah, you're just moving through regular space and technology in front of you is being.
Now you see, kid. What I did here with your little web shooters that like you made, and like yeah, they're kind of cool, but like, you know, I could have done
Gave you a
that when
couple upgrades.
I could have done that when I was like 4 years old, you know. So, but like, see what I did here, kid, is like you just kind of got to move your arm now, like so, like, just you know, just kind of do that. Oh yeah, just
gee,
know,
thanks,
just like that. Yeah.
Thanks, Mr. Stark. Oh, gee, I really appreciate that, Mr. Stark. But yeah, it's crazy.
How cold is this
It's
still?
beautifully cold. I just noticed it right now when I took another drink. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, cheers to these guys. But yeah, crazy fun, crazy trippy technology. They do have a way of getting you, and it is kind of crazy where like they sell. It's not these ones, but they sell a web shooter power band that you can buy superhero themed attachments for. So you can put a repulsor on your web shooter, and when you go in the game and you shoot, it's fucking Iron Man shots.
Wow.
And then you can get I think there's like a Black Panther one too, and it'll shoot like vibranium webs. And I think they have like a Hank Pym one. You shoot like Pym Tech webs. It's insanely cool. It really does. It feels. Did you ever
Disney
play?
knows how to fucking get you, man.
They know how to fucking get you. It's crazy. It's pretty bad, man. But yeah, it's super fun. I got I don't think I have the picture. Let me I gotta text Media to see if she can send it to me. But there's it's basically just a Marvel Superstore where you go in there and it's a giant, huge, like gymnasium sized building that's set up with all of just the Marvel shit that you can buy. They have comic books in there, they have Pop Funkos, they have toys of varying prices, everything that you can ask for. And that's where I got these guys. And I was paying
everything in that store. Dude?
It's bad. It's really hard. I was proud of myself. I walked away with these and a pair of Spider-Man socks, and that was it. And I was proud of myself. I was like, "Ooh, okay, I made it out relatively unscathed."
Yeah. So I'll get a round of applause for this. Here.
It's hard, dude. It's hard. When you're as much into these kinds of things as we are, and you walk into a whole store full of shit that's just like, hey, buy me.
No, dude, I get you 1,000%. I started playing Fortnite the other day with the homie Nico because they have like the
skins.
They have the no builds,
yeah.
right? As soon as I get in, I was like, whoa, you guys, they have Jujutsu Kaisen skins in here?
Yeah, I saw
$20.
that. Yeah.
Give me some fucking V-Bucks, bro.
Yeah, you're like, I'll buy that right now.
And my buddy, like, Efren was like, dang, you bought that skin? I was like, dude, I love Jujutsu Kaisen, bro.
No, it's
so
crazy.
Of course I was going to buy that
100%,
shit.
yeah.
And it's the same thing. Like,
yeah.
When you go to Disneyland, you're like, wow.
It's just a virtual version of it. That's all. Yeah. No, it's really bad. I got this stuff and I walked up to the counter and I had seen one on a hot dog stand earlier in the day. And I saw the price and I was like, no way. I'm not going to get it now because I know for a fact I could find one that's at least as
Wait,
good.
What was it? I'm sorry. I didn't hear.
Oh, it was a cap shield.
Okay.
So I saw one on a stand earlier in the day. And like I said, I was like, no, I can. It was $450, wow. And I was like, no, I know for a fact if I really do want one of these, I can find one online for like $200, $150, and it'll be like probably as good. Like a fan out there can make something that's like this quality.
Oh yeah.
But I was paying for this, and I saw another one behind the counter, and I asked the guy when he was checking me out. I was like, hey, have you ever messed with that shield before? And he was like, yeah, I have. It's pretty cool. And I was like, cool. I was like, is it heavy? He's like, yeah, it's pretty heavy. Yeah. And he was like, if you want, you could see it. And I was like, yes, please. That would be very cool. I would like that very much. So I got to hold the fucking cap shield. And it was a hefty motherfucker, bro. It was big. It was chunky.
It's so funny.
But it was cool. It felt dope. Yeah.
Hey,
He took pictures and shit.
You ever mess with that shield?
Yeah, you ever like touched that before? But we another highlight too from California Adventure for sure. And just again another bless you, double bless you from earlier too.
Thank you, Jesus.
Is and honestly just like another really cool just like Disney experience in general is California Adventure has the like a theater in one of their little buildings back there or whatever, and they put plays up there. And from what Buddy was telling me, they run different plays at different times. So I think the last one to be in there for like a good long while was Frozen, which makes sense because you know that was big for a long time.
It was popping. They did Frozen too.
But what they're doing in there now is a full like 35 to 40 minute long version of fucking Rogers the Musical, bro.
Wow.
From Hawkeye.
That's crazy.
And it's kind of stupid cool, man. It's insane. It's pretty ridiculous.
So crazy how like something like that like gains like traction on like the internet. Of like everyone was like, "Oh my god, this is so hilarious." And they're just like, "We'll just fucking do that. We already did it for the show.
Let's just do it for them." Yeah. And it's like it was honestly very well produced. Like I was flabbergasted at the production quality. Like they do the fucking change on stage. Like they have two actors that play Steve Rogers. They have a little guy and they have a big guy. But little Steve Rogers goes into the tank, a bunch of smoke happens and shit, and then big Steve Rogers comes out. It's fucking cool, dude. I was like, holy fuck, how are they doing this shit? It's fucking cool. It's a full-on musical too. It's hilarious. It's super funny.
Imagine like, I can't imagine how like intense those like practices and those run-throughs are. Let's go through this shit again, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, let's chill out. Like, this is just Rogers the Musical. You get the fuck out of here.
Get off my stage.
We don't need that shit here.
Yeah.
All right, everybody? This is fucking Rogers the Musical. All right? And we're performing this for fucking everybody.
When they come
you
back
get that
from
shit
break,
through your fucking head. All right?
When they come back from break, the director's like, Avengers, assemble.
The first meeting. All right, guys. You're going to be my Steve Rogers. You're going to be Iron Man. You're going to be Thor. When I say Avengers, we assemble. Okay, guys?
You understand?
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about this shit.
I say Avengers, I want to hear assemble. Avengers, assemble. Avengers, assemble.
And you better be within a 3-foot radius in 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
If you can't smell my breath, if you can't smell what I've had for lunch, you're going to get the fuck out of here. I don't need that shit here, okay?
I will ask you, goddammit.
I will ask you what I had for lunch.
And if you can't tell based off of the smell. Oh, yeah, look here. Cap shield, bro.
God damn it.
Oh, I think these are other ones. I don't know what these. Oh yeah, look, that's some Galaxy's Edge shit right there. Fucking.
Fuck yeah.
Captain America. Oh yeah, I put that. That was in the Guardians of the Galaxy store.
Fuck
a little Star-Lord mask. I was gonna say Starfield. Oh, that's the first time I walked into the Falcon.
Yeah, and you're just like, God
lost my shit,
this is
bro.
the Millennium Falcon. Yeah, dude, that's fucking
I
sick.
could not stop.
Fucking sick, bro.
Just being overwhelmed and crying and shit like that. I got a picture at the table.
Oh wow.
But it was funny. I went. It was the end of our last night, and we were in Disneyland. And the last ride that we did all together was that Mickey and Minnie one, a second time. And we were all walking out. And there's this red cart right at the beginning, right at like the Circle Plaza where like the Mickey and Walt Disney statue is. It's a red cart that sells fire ass corn dogs. Oh, yeah. Like the best corn dog I've ever had in my life. And we always get them. So my dad like ordered them on the app and he's like, okay, we just got to get to this side of the park. They're not going to be ready for like another 30 minutes anyway. So like we could take our time. And I was like, okay. I was like, I'm gonna go back to Star Wars Land really quick. And they were like, what? And I was like, yeah, I was like on the app surfing and I was like, yeah, I can do a fast pass for the Smugglers Run, the Millennium Falcon ride, like in like 5 minutes. So I'm gonna run over there really quick. And they're like, okay. So I dipped and I went solo with like this group of God damn it. But I went fucking Han Solo with this group of like older ladies who were like taking their friend for the first time. It was really cute. It was cool to see her like experience
like,
it for the first time. Yeah,
I'll pilot this thing.
I did. The third time I went on, because we went on it twice together. I piloted once with my dad, piloted once with Caleb, and then this third time when I went on solo, I was an engineer, which to be perfectly honest is a boring job. The only one that's fun is flying.
The engineers.
Sure. Yeah, but I ran over there and I asked the people to take a picture or whatever, and one of the dudes who was like the he's working the booth, but like he's in costume, he's in character and stuff like that. He was hella fucking with me, and he was like, cheese motherfucker, and he fucking hopped in there and hella photobombed my shit really quick.
That's fucking
it was
funny,
great,
dude.
It was hella funny, man. It was a great time though. It was super fun. Like I said, like probably the most childlike that I've felt since like actually going there as a kid, I can imagine, or something like that. But totally 1000% super duper magical. It was super cool. It was a lot of fun.
Fuck yeah. That's good.
Loved it.
That's good, dude.
It was great.
That's fucking great to hear, mate.
And fuck you, Disney. No, I'm just kidding.
That's fucking great to hear, mate.
Yeah, it was cool as fuck. I had a great time. We gotta definitely go. As much fun as a Universal trip will be when we do figure that out. We got to figure out how to go to fucking Disneyland.
Oh, yeah.
Because that shit I want to do. I want to do some. Because the other great thing, too, I didn't even talk about is the fucking. You can go in the cantina and drink, bro.
Yeah.
You can't get fucked up, but you can have 2 drinks. And they do make.
That's enough for me.
Cocktails. Yeah. So you can have some margaritas and shit really quick and go out and be little. And you
do they like mark you or something?
No, they don't. But it's very, very, very tight. So it's not like a bar. You walk in and it's like service. Like waiters come and bring you your shit.
So what if I have my 2 drinks and then I leave and then I come back and I have 2 more?
That I don't know because we only went in there once. So I don't know if there's any workarounds or not. But I know when you register, it's through the app. So they probably have a way of tracking whether or not you've been there or not. Not how many drinks you've had necessarily. So I don't know if you have one, leave, and then try to come back and have another one if you've had if you get problems from them or not. But yeah,
you cheat the system.
You could probably figure it out. Yeah, you could probably make it work.
Ain't no way I'm just having 2 drinks in this cantina. Tell me Han Solo went in the fucking cantina and only had 2 drinks? Hell no.
I don't know. I think I have pictures of the
You don't just have 2 drinks and then shoot somebody.
No, you have 3 drinks and then shoot somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You shoot first.
And then ask questions later.
Exactly.
Damn, I don't have pictures of the cantina, but here is the Millennium Falcon. Right there. Wow. Little me for reference, full on size and everything. Wow. I saw this fucking post the other day, super random, that was like doing the math of how much money Owen Wilson has made as an actor. And then they broke it down by like how much money that is per words that he's spoken. And then they broke that down further as to how many times he said wow. And I think he's made like hundreds of thousands of dollars just from saying wow.
Like the first time like he says that and like you hear that as like a director and you're like, damn, I need that in my movie.
Yeah.
Like it's so like
instant brand right there. Wow. That's Owen Wilson, man. Wow. Yeah. You hear that, you know immediately.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I had a lot of fun. Regale me with your tales of this far off land of Hawaii.
It was fucking beautiful, man. This was the second time, technically the third, because when my parents got married, I was already born.
Oh, and you've been there?
Yes, and they took me to like on their honeymoon or whatever. But I don't remember because it was when I was super little, so I don't like technically count that. Sure. But if we're getting into technicalities here, this is my 3rd time. And this time specifically, like how you said, like when you went to Disneyland, this was like the best time that you've like ever had. This is like the best vacation I've ever had.
Nice,
like,
hell yeah.
Hands down. I've been to Disneyland. I've done that. I've done, Arizona. I've done Seattle. I've done a few places. All right, not saying I'm the most traveled man in the world,
But you got some spots under
I've
your
been
belt.
to some. I've been to some places. I've seen a couple things, and but just going to Hawaii this time was just like fucking amazing, dude. Because I mean, the last time I went, I visited. Do you want another one?
Yeah, I'm down for one.
Here's a watermelon.
Thank you, my good sir.
Shit is,
God,
dude.
that's nice. That's the other cooler that you have.
Yeah, and this little ice chest. Dude. But yeah, dude. This time that I went, it was just.
That's just from. You got these from the store?
Yeah.
Got them in the store over there.
Got them from the store. Threw them in my fridge for about an hour.
That's pretty crazy.
Hour and a half, and then have this little cooler which needs 0 ice. You just put already cold drinks, and it self-insulates itself in there because there's like 4 different layers of like insulation.
Yeah,
and it holds up to a 12-pack.
That's very cold. We've been sitting here for like an hour, maybe.
Yeah, it says it keeps them cold for up to 7 hours.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and like. You literally just slide the 12-pack in there. So
it just fits perfect.
The box is still like in there. You just slide it over the box, and it's just you're just chilling. Yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah, exactly.
God damn.
Yeah,
but anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's good because these 2 things tie into like what happened like in Hawaii.
Okay, cool.
So it was. I mean, I had just been ready for this trip, right? Work has just been
stressful.
It's stressful like it always is, and you got to take the time off to regenerate, rejuvenate,
Reset,
charge your
man,
batteries,
yeah.
you know.
R&R, man.
Exactly. And so I was just already ready for this fucking trip, you know. Woke up at like, cheers. Woke up probably at like 6:30. Didn't get much sleep because I was like, all right, I want to kind of like sleep on the plane a little bit.
Yeah, sure. This is your first day? This is when you guys were leaving?
Yeah, so I woke up, and this is definitely very vacation-esque because like shit happened on the way to fucking, on the way to freaking the airport even. So wake up, finish packing my shit. I'm very much a last day packer because I'm like, you know, I work during the week. Yeah. I can't just wear all my clothes, you know. I got to give myself some outfits for work. Yeah. And then, okay, I'll set aside some stuff for, you know.
vacation.
So I pack super quick, dude. It takes me like 20 minutes to pack.
Me too.
It's easy. Yeah. Just throw some shit in there. I'm cool. Didn't want to take much because like I'm going to Hawaii. I don't need much.
You just
give me some shorts. Give me some
day.
t-shirts. Give me my underwear. Give me some few socks. But I'm gonna wear sandals most of the time. So you know, we pack. We get ready. Me and my dad smoke because it's vacation. What are we gonna fucking do at 7 in the morning? Man, and so we smoke, and we're like, all right. We pack up all our stuff. We go in my mom's car because we're gonna go to what we've done the past couple times, and I'm assuming what my parents do every time that they go on a trip is we drive to a DoubleTree in San Jose. We park our car there, so the car stays there, and we just take a shuttle to the airport.
Nice. Okay, yeah.
So our car is in a good spot. Yeah. People don't fuck with it, and we get driven to the airport, and we just get dropped off. We don't have to deal with driving around the airport, parking there. That shit's fucked up all the time. Dude, so we go there, and while we're on the way to San Jose, we're in like Gilroy or something like that. My mom's freaking a light comes on in her car that says you got low tire pressure in one of your tires. And sometimes my mom's car does that, so it's not like we weren't all like freaking out like, oh my god, we got a flat tire. It didn't feel like we got a flat tire. We were just chilling.
It's probably just getting some air.
Exactly. So she was like, all right, we're gonna stop off in like Morgan Hill somewhere. We're gonna go to this gas station. We're just gonna fill up with some air, and then we're gonna be on our way. Yep. We get to the gas station. We get out. Tire's fucking flat. Damn. It's completely flat. We're like, what the fuck? Okay. We didn't feel this, right?
Yeah, that's a trip.
So we're just like, all right, we're all good. We're in Morgan Hill. We just throw the spare tire on. We're making good time. We left at a good time, so we still have time to get to the airport. We drive slow. We're all good. You know, we got a donut on our car. We're all good. We're still going to Hawaii.
Yeah, yeah.
So we take the spare tire out. My dad jacks it up. Freaking. And he's like, all right, let me just, you know, he gets the little fucking crowbar thing, and he's going to fucking, the first bolt, fucking can't do it. It's like hella stuck. And we're just like, what the fuck, dude? My mom's like, you try it. And I'm like, well, I'm not a dad. I don't have dad strength. So if dad can't do it, I probably can't do it, but I will try. Yeah. So I tried. I can't do it either. So she's like, all right, cool. We have Geico called AAA, blah, 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 whatever. They come, roadside assistance. We wait a little bit. And, you know, we're still making good time. You know, we'll have to drive slower to the airport, but we're still going to make it. So we're waiting there. Finally, the tow truck comes. The guy freaking gets to the car, and he's, like, looking at it. And he tries it, and he can't get it. And he's like, oh, you guys need to loosen the bolts, the lugs, before you jack the car up. He's like, because this car has front-wheel drive or whatever, so the back wheels just spin. Yeah. He's like, so if it's jacked up, they're not going to come off. Yeah. And we're just like, wow, that's all we had to do.
Supposed to know that?
So we waited like probably a cool like 30 minutes just for the dude to get there, all for him to tell us like, yeah, you guys did, you just So
he wrong order.
Yeah, exactly. So he fucking lets the car down, gets his tools, fucking literally does it in like 2 seconds, and then we're like, all right, cool. We get to the fucking airport, we make it in just enough time, or actually before, you know, we're going through TSA and we're doing all this shit. I feel like the past couple times I've flown going through TSA has not been crazy. So we literally wait probably like 5 minutes and then we go through. Yeah. Freaking, we wait through. All my shit's good. I think my sister went before or after me. Or she went after me. So I go, I'm good. My sister comes after. She has to get one of her bags checked. You know, fucking comes through. And my mom comes through. She's good. You know, you do the little fucking, you go into that little tube and then you just, you know, I don't know, they're taking pictures of your ball sack or something.
Yeah. And X-raying your nuggets, bro.
Exactly. So my mom comes out. My dad comes out. And the dude's like, sir, we're going to have to, like, search you and like kind of got to go like everywhere. He was very uncomfortable talking to my dad, telling him like, hey man, I got to touch your balls a little bit, you know, I got to check under your dick to make sure you're not bringing anything. And like my dad didn't have anything, but you know, he gets stopped and the dude's like, my dad's just hella funny, dude. My dad's just like, all right. And the dude's like, oh, did you want to go off somewhere? My dad's like, no, dude, let's just fucking do it right here. Yeah, let's just do it, dude. And so the dude's just like, All right, cool. My dad's good. And with my sister's bag, the dude's like, "Oh, I just gotta check your bag. It says there's something in there."
Uh-huh.
It was just like the fucking thing was just tripping out because like my sister has like her fucking big ass fucking girls have their big ass toiletry bag that unfolds and there's like 20 different compartments in there.
So it looked like hella shit.
Yeah, so it looked like hella shit. The dude's like, "Oh no, you're good." Like the camera's just tripping out. So we're all good.
Mm-hmm.
We pass through, a couple speed bumps, but we go through, and fucking it was early. Got some smash burger.
Nice. I
got
like
a
smash
fucking.
burger.
I got one of those cut waters, the
yeah,
margarita ones.
Yeah.
So at like 9:30 in the morning, I was off a 12%,
Nice.
just feeling good.
Hell yeah.
And
got
just
some burger in your belly, some weed in your lungs.
Yeah, just freaking. And then me and my dad just drank those, and I was like, all right, cool. Got on the plane, had my. They only came through, so I think we flew Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, they only came through one time for one drink. I was like, all right. I was kind of hoping to have two.
My second free drink.
I was kind of they weren't even free.
Oh,
well, yeah. But I was like, dude, I'm on vacation. I don't even fucking care. I'll pay $9 for the drink. Like, I just want my 2 drinks. It's a 5-hour flight.
Mm-hmm.
You only come through one time. I was kind of, whatever.
Yeah, sure.
All my shows didn't download, so like, I only got to watch like 3 episodes of Better Call Saul.
Okay.
And then I think I watched some like other stuff. I downloaded an episode of like The Foundation, like the new episode that came out or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And but and the flight was good. We get to Hawaii. I was just like, dude, as soon as I landed, like just stress. Like all the stress was like
gone. Yeah.
Just gone. I was like, damn, dude, I'm not on the fucking mainland.
Yeah.
I'm chilling. I'm far away from any shit that's going on. Like
Yeah.
this is fucking awesome. So we just go. We fucking. I think the first day we just kind of chilled. We got stuff from Costco. We went to my cousin's apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of set up. We were just chilling because the next day. So we got there on a Friday.
Mm-hmm.
The next day, Saturday, was a big party. It was it was a 1-year-old's birthday party. And you know how crazy those get.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Over there, they were throwing a big ass party.
Course, yeah.
There was a stage where 2 bands were playing.
Nice.
They had one reggae band and another reggae band came later.
Nice.
Fucking Natural Vibrations. If you guys have heard of them, they're hella big like in Hawaii. So like
cool.
when they came, everyone was like tripping out. Fuck,
that's cool.
Natural Vibes is crazy. But yeah, there was that. There was an open bar.
Oh god.
Yeah, there was a bunch of food, and shout out to Sunny, that's my dog. She was making all the drinks. They were fucking bomb as fuck. And yeah, that was a fucking good ass time, dude. That was probably the craziest birthday party for a 1-year-old I've ever been to in my life.
Oh yeah.
It was fucking. I got to see like a traditional like Japanese like lion dance.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was fucking dope,
Wow.
dude. I was like tripping out, and like at the end they like chug beers, and I was like, holy shit, this lion's chugging a beer. This is fucking awesome.
That's awesome.
There was like fucking fireworks going off. They had like this big fucking snake of like firecrackers. Like I don't even know how many fucking firecrackers were on there. Over 100 for sure. Like probably pushing 2, maybe 3. I don't know.
Damn.
Maybe I'm over exaggerating, but like it was fucking big.
lot of
Like
firecrackers.
more firecrackers than you should have. You know,
sure,
for a 1-year-old's birthday party.
Sure, 100%.
And it was dope, man. Like that's where I met like well, actually the first day me and my dad got haircuts. Shout out to the homie K Kai. He hooked me up with the fucking. I'm rocking the mullet right now.
Yeah.
It's fucking feeling good.
Looks
you
good.
know, it's looking good out the back of the hat. I'm feeling it.
Yeah,
I'm feeling
exactly.
good.
Exactly.
But I met because my dad and my mom and my sister actually went there. So my sister had gone there the year before and then the year before that. So this was like her 3rd year in a row going to Hawaii.
Nice. Yeah.
And this was my parents' like 2nd year in a row, but I think they went twice last year or something like that. So they like knew everybody.
Mm-hmm.
The first time that I had gone there, like 4 years ago, I didn't meet everybody that I met this time.
Okay.
So like when we got haircuts, I met the homie K Kai.
Mm-hmm.
He was awesome. Fucking cut up some good hair. Now he owns this. He just bought his shop out there. So if you guys are in fucking Honolulu and you need a haircut, hit up Bliss. The homie K Kai will fucking hook you up.
Dope.
But I met the homie K Kai, met the homie Night Noah there, and it was just like the chillest fucking vibe because we went there, we got our haircut appointments, we were just sitting down. He was like, "Hey, you guys want a beer?" And we fucking got beers, and we're just chilling in this fucking little barbershop that had like 4 chairs, and we're just bullshitting, just talking shit, and fucking. It was just from there on, it was just vibes, bro.
Yeah.
It was just a fucking cool ass time. So Saturday was the birthday party. I think that morning, in Hawaii, my cousin's husband graduated from, I think it's like Wailua like high school or something like that. I'm not too sure, but in Hawaii they have like a big alumni like softball tournament.
Okay.
Where all like the high schools, like alumni from the high schools, like compete, and this was like
cool.
this was like a 30-team tournament, so
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
like hella. So like
big,
in the morning we went and like watched them play, like it was cool. Like went to Costco, got some drinks, and fucking, dude, that whole trip we were just pounding drinks, bro.
Yeah, of
it
course.
was just fucking.
What else are you gonna do on vacation?
Dude, it was like we'd get like 2 12-packs of like White Claws and shit, and that'd be gone in like a few hours.
Nice.
And then we'd have to go get more, and we're just like fuck. And but yeah, Saturday was the party. was fucking awesome. Shout out to Josh and Sid. Baby Aaron is a cute ass little baby. He's gonna be awesome. And thanks for letting me MC at the birthday party. I MC'd a little bit. It was cool. So like, yeah, if y'all need like an MC for like birthday parties or like weddings or anything like that, hit me up. Like I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll charge you some money. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be straight up.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it for free, like I did this last time.
But I'll get down.
But I'll get down.
Yeah.
And we'll have a good time.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, it was awesome. Met some great people there. Then I think the day after that, we went to the beach a little bit. You know, I think we went to the beach like 5 out of the 9 days, 5 or 6
nice.
of the 9 days. That we hit up like 4 different beaches.
Cool.
It's fucking awesome. My cousin actually lives like literally you walk across the street and there's a beach right there.
Dope.
So what me and my dad would do every night, we would just freaking everyone would go to sleep. Hey, you want to smoke? Yeah, we'd rolling up. Nice. Just literally walk across the street to the beach and just sit down and just like listen to the waves and just fucking smoke and just talk. Dude, so fucking awesome. It was just some good shit, dude. Like it's so crazy just like being out there and it's just nice at like 10 o'clock at night.
Being there, yeah.
It's just 10 o'clock at night. It's just a great temperature outside. I'm wearing shorts and a fucking just a tank top and fucking flip flops, and I'm going out there and I'm smoking on the beach. Yeah. What more can I fucking ask for?
Yeah, no.
Nothing.
It's paradise.
It's all I fucking want. Yeah. But the third day we went to this beach, Fresh Airs, and that's where I met like all the homies. So I talked to the homie I know a little more. I met the homie Kyler. Shout out to Kyler. Met the homie Royce, and dude, it was just fucking great. Like they're just cool ass dudes. They made me feel very like everyone there made me feel very welcome. Made us all feel very welcome, which was awesome. Yeah, and getting nice. Like a very local experience from people that live there and know like what the fuck is up, and just don't take us to like the touristy spots, but show us like the actual good shit that's there and show us a good time. Like it was just awesome because like it's just a very like to kind of touch on what you were saying like out there and stuff like that. Like it's a very like communal aspect. Yeah. Like out there, and everyone that's like it's family, but then your friends, so you're like extended family, and everyone in that family like knows you, so you joke around with like everybody, and it was just fucking cool getting to like experience that and seeing like such a big like I don't know, just like a web of people that are all connected and all like fuck with each other, and like I was like, damn, it's pretty fucking tight out here. I fucking love this shit. Yeah. And like everyone there was just hella cool. So that third day we were out there at fucking Fresh Airs, just freaking the beach and just chilling. I liked that beach just because it was like there was no one there. We were just chilling. Yeah. Fucking, we all had drinks. Everyone brought their ice chest. We
nice
were just
little bit of privacy.
Yeah, I think we were there from like probably like 2 or 3 in the afternoon till like 8 o'clock at night. Just just chilling, just drinking and just talking. There was like one family that like brought their kids, and they brought like a fucking ladder. And so they put the ladder in the fucking...
I saw that on your story.
Yeah, they literally just put the ladder in the ocean, and we were just jumping off the fucking ladder. That's awesome. I was just like, all right, cool.
That's hella cool.
This is fucking dope.
That sounds super fun.
Yeah, and then... okay, so crazy. That's Saturday, right, when we had the party. So I left probably, like, me and my parents left probably like 12:30. You know, we're still getting used to the time change over there. It's like 3 hours difference. Sure. I was pretty fucking tired by the time 12:30 was around, because that's 3 o'clock our time.
That's way later for you.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, all right, I'm going to fucking go home. Yeah. And so we go, and we were staying with my cousin, so we were staying in their apartment, and me and my sister were sleeping on their couch out in the living room. So I'm there. My sister stayed back with my cousin so she could stay and party a little bit more, but I'm like, I need my fucking sleep, ready motherfucker. For bed, yeah. So I went, and I'm all curled up, just asleep in my fucking, on my side of the couch. Yeah. Fucking 2:45, 3 o'clock hits. These motherfuckers get home and they turn on all the fucking lights. Dude, it was fucking nuts. So shout out to my cousin's husband, Justin. He he just came in and was like, I'm going to bed, and just fucking went upstairs, went to his room, and that was it. When my fucking cousin and my sister come in, they turn on all the fucking lights. They're going into the fucking fridge. They're getting their water and trying to, they're being responsible, They're getting their water. They're hydrating, after a long night of partying. Sure. But when you're going into the freezer and you're fucking making noise and getting ice when people are asleep,
it's not fun.
It's going to make some people mad. I was that person. I got pretty mad. And so I'm just laying there like, I fucking woke up. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, you fucking serious, dude? I've been sleeping for probably 2.5, 3 hours, and I'm already awake. I'm like, all right, maybe they're just getting water and they're going to go to sleep and everything's going to be fine. Nope. They sit on the other side of the couch that I'm sleeping on, and they proceed to just, think they're whispering, but they're like,
they're talking.
so they're not whispering,
Yeah.
and I can hear everything they're fucking saying.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there like, all right, just just try to go to sleep. We're all good. But of course,
Can't go to bed.
I can't go to bed
Nah,
because
it's
why?
too hard.
All the lights are on,
Yeah.
and they're fucking talking. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I come across like I'm a piece of shit, but I love my sleep. All right.
You gotta get your beauty.
I
rest,
gotta
man.
get my sleep. This is my second day being in a different time zone, dealing with a little bit of jet lag
You
here.
gotta catch up a little bit.
I gotta catch up. But these chicks just didn't fucking let me, dude. So they're talking. It's about like 3:15, right? 3:20. Finally, I'm just like, dude, I can't fucking stand this no more. These fools are just fucking talking, and I'm trying to sleep. And what the fuck is going on? So I look up, and I'm like, are you guys gonna go to bed? And they're like, yeah. And then they just go back to talking, but I'm still sitting up. And then they look over, and I'm just like,
When?
and they're like, oh, what? Like, what? Like, we're not even doing anything. I'm like, well, it's about 3:30 in the morning, I'm trying to fucking sleep.
Yeah. Right here.
And you got all these fucking lights on over here. And my cousin's like, there's only one light on, all right? Oh, that was the wrong thing to say. I looked at her, and I go, there's that light on, there's this light on, and there's this light on. So you tell me.
1 out of 3.
Exactly. And then she's like, oh. And she gets up, turns off like 4 fucking lights, right? And I'm like, oh, thank the Lord. It's nice and dark. And I lay down, and she sits back on the couch, and I hear them say nothing. They don't say anything. They're just hella quiet. And then finally, they're just like, I want to go to bed. And they just leave, right? I'm like, all right, cool. All right, I get to sleep now.
Yeah.
I get to sleep finally at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And freaking the next day, they're like, Ryan, I've never been scared of you in my life. But last night, we were fucking terrified.
Kill ya.
They were like, we were just texting each other like back and forth, like, holy shit, Ryan's so scary right now. Like, oh, dude.
I'm trying to get some sleep.
Dude.
I'm a big time supporter of the late night conversation, but you gotta be smart about where you pick your location.
That's all I'm saying.
If
That's
you're
all I'm
in
saying.
a house with other sleeping people, you find a room that is vacant, and if it's not, you go to the porch or go to the backyard.
That's all I'm saying.
You
That's
know?
all I'm saying. That's all I was trying to convey. But since I hadn't got much sleep, it came out as, are you guys gonna fucking go to bed?
Yeah.
And you got this fucking light. You got all these fucking lights on over here. What the fuck am I supposed to do? No, but yeah, I kind of felt bad the next day because I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn. I hope I wasn't.
It's hard to take responsibility for your grumpy, sleepy actions.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I feel bad.
Yeah, I get it.
I was going to apologize. I didn't end up apologizing because they were like, when they were like, right, we were so scared of you. I was like, in my head, I was like, okay, I need
We're
to
gonna
keep
keep
that.
things this
I
way.
need to keep things that way.
That way they don't talk when I go to bed tonight.
Exactly, because
Yeah.
if I sit there and I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I kind of overreacted. I was grumpy a little bit. I shouldn't have said. Then that just leaves the door open for, all right, we're just gonna fucking do
Talk
that again.
again,
And
yeah.
I don't want that to happen.
Yeah,
again,
you want to sleep. Yeah, sure.
Exactly.
Sure.
You
Yeah.
love when your dog does cute things, right? But if he does the wrong cute thing, you gotta correct it.
100%.
Because you don't want it to turn into a big thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So say, it's the same thing. But that was just that was fucking. That was that, man. But later in the week, we went to this beach, Waimea Bay. So if you're ever out in Oahu, and you're Honolulu, go to Waimea Bay. That shit's pretty fucking awesome. It's a pretty nice beach. It does get pretty packed. It is a pretty like touristy like attraction, but it is just a nice beach to go to.
Cool.
And we were there like all day. We were there that day. We were there longer than the other day. So we were there from probably like 10:30, 11 o'clock till like 7.
Damn.
So we spent
That's a
like
cool
all
work
day.
day right
I got
there.
fucking sunburnt like a
8 hours.
motherfucker.
Yeah, I
dude.
can imagine. That's a long time.
I gotta show you after, and I'll throw it in the video. But
Yeah.
I was just fucking red,
Burnt,
just red,
yeah.
dude. But I was fine with it. I was like, hey man, I'm gonna come back a different color.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Exactly.
Red's
You're
a
gonna
different, pink's a different color.
Yeah, and once it like settles down a little bit, you'll have some more color. You'll feel good about it.
Exactly.
You'll
I
feel
feel
good
like
about
I
it.
feel like I got a little
Yeah,
darker,
yeah, exactly,
So
exactly.
I feel good about myself.
That's always a nice little bonus coming back from vacation.
Yeah. But that day was cool because when I jumped, there's like a big rock there that everyone jumps off. I
Nice.
jumped off the
You
rock.
gotta
It's
love
like
it. I love
like
some rock jumping.
it's like a cool like 20-foot drop.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
was down. The homie Kyler was like, hey man, I'm gonna take you on the fucking.
You're gonna
take
jump
you
off the rock.
Yeah, I'm taking you on the rock.
Yeah.
Oh, one more thing. When we were at Fresh Airs, fucking, because all the homies there, they wear fucking chains, big ass fucking chains.
Nice.
And I was just there like talking shit, like cracking jokes with them, and I think I got because they were drinking Michelob, and a lot of people drink like Heineken out there.
Oh yeah, Heinekens are pretty good too.
Heinekens are pretty good.
Yeah.
So they were in the fucking cooler, and they're like, "Do you want another one?" I was like, "I'm down. What's in there, bro?" And they're like, "We got this. We got a Miller." They're like, "We got a Heineken." And I was all, "I'll take the fucking Heineken." They're like, "Oh, this fucking guy
This
is a
Heineken
fucking
guy.
Hawaiian all of a sudden." So they all gave me their fucking chains to wear. So I had like 3 chains.
Cool.
If you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll see I posted a story. I had the fucking 3 chains on. And they also gave me a fucking Hawaiian name because they're like, "What's Ryan in Hawaiian?" And it was some name that they're like, "We don't fucking like that one."
Uh-huh.
So they named me Kavika. And that's
Kavika.
actually David in
Okay.
fucking Hawaiian. So I was down. I'm down
cool.
with that
I like
because,
it,
you know, my grandpa's named David. My
Nice.
uncle's named David. So like,
Nice.
it fits.
Yeah, it
you
makes
know?
sense. It's in the family.
But I was just like, they're like, "Yeah, bro, you're Kavika now." And I was like, I'm
Cool.
fucking, call me whatever you want, bro. I'm
Yeah.
down.
I'm just
down.
on vacation.
Yeah,
now.
I'm on vacation, dog. This is Kavika.
That's your
Kavika is
vacation name
That's
now.
my vacation name.
Yeah,
But
100%.
yeah, they were, like I said, they were all super cool. They all made me feel very welcome. They were like, hey, they like, you know, they talked to everybody. I was also tripping out. Everyone hugs there. Everyone's big huggers there, you know.
Yeah.
Not that I won't hug someone, but
Yeah.
when I've never met someone, I'm not going in for the hug immediately because I
Yeah.
don't know. You got to gauge it, you know.
Sure.
At least that's what I think. Maybe
Yeah.
this person doesn't want a hug. I'll go in for the handshake.
Yeah.
Then if they go in for the hug, hey, I'll go in for the
Go
hug.
in
I'm
for
a
the
hugger
hug
too.
thing,
But
yeah.
everyone was like, you know, it's a hug.
Yeah.
Everyone does like, or like when you hug like a girl or like a fucking like someone older, or like
Uh-huh.
an older like grandma or something, or an older auntie, they freaking, you know, cheek to cheek, and they
Yeah.
give you a little kiss. And I was
Yeah,
just like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
I'm fucking down. I'm down
It's
for this.
family. Yeah.
I'm very down for this. Again, that made me feel very like welcome because they
Mhm.
were like, oh, who the fuck's this fucking,
yeah.
who's this fucking white dude
Yeah.
over here?
No, just
But,
immediately in. Yeah.
I was because we went to like the first day, we went to the place where they had like the birthday party because we helped set up, and I
Mhm.
met Josh and I met Sid, who are the parents of Aaron, the kid whose birthday it was.
Yeah.
And I shook Sid's hand, and she was like, "Oh, a handshake." And then my cousin's like, they're white. It's all good. You know, they don't get it. But then after that, I was like, oh, everyone just hugs here.
Hugs,
I was
yeah.
like, I'm down with that.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know, let's get into it. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
this is cool.
I like to hug too. I'm a I guess I'll say like an accidental early hugger
Mm-hmm.
because I have a problem where like it comes so naturally to me. Like the majority of the time that I spend with other people is gonna be with people that I know and love very much.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not often that I find myself around new people a lot. So when
Mhm.
I am, the instinct kicks in and I like go for hugs with people that like not like shouldn't or anything, but it's just like the last one I can remember is when I was at work. The like principal of the summer school, his name was Renee. He was cool, and he like went back for the hug, so it wasn't super awkward. But like just like we started talking, right? We are like a very acquainted coworkers, like more or less by the end of like the 5 weeks. But like yeah, on one of the last days, he's like, "Yeah, I'm going on vacation." I was like, "Hey, bro, yeah, hell yeah, have a good vacation." And I was like, oh, this is weird. I don't know why I went for this.
I feel that. Because, again, I think, like, over here, it's like...
It's just different.
Yeah, people are just like, I don't know if I want a hug. But everyone there's like, hey, I'm going to give you a fucking hug, and you're going to like it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm down with it. So
it's
it
just
was
different
cool.
customs. Yeah.
Exactly. Again, like I said, it feels so communal over there. And that's why I kind of like that. Because everyone kind of knows everybody, especially where we're in a more, like, smaller, like, country area, which I preferred. Everything there was, like, super fucking nice. Like, trees everywhere. All the fucking plants were amazing.
Yeah.
The different birds there were pretty fucking nuts.
Yeah.
So it was nice to just walk around and experience all that. And again, everyone make us like just feel super welcome.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, it's fucking awesome.
Hell yeah.
You know? And yeah, so that day we were out at Waimea Bay, my fucking cousin's husband, Justin, he actually caught like 3 fish. My cousin actually caught one fish.
Nice.
She rolled one in.
Yeah.
And I was fucking tripping out because that fool, like, they go and they catch live bait, and they fucking put the live bait onto a hook, and they fucking make the line hella long, and then one dude just swims the live bait out into the fucking ocean where the fucking fish pile's at.
Yeah, yeah.
And they leave it there, and they wait for a fucking tug, and once the tug comes, they just fucking
pull it back in.
just reel it in.
Nice,
They
that's
caught
cool.
they caught like 3 fish that
Nice.
day.
Hell yeah, that's cool.
And one day, my nephew, who's like 6 years old, caught a fucking fish with his
Sick.
fucking little spear. He went out diving with his fucking dad. He has like a little 3-pronged spear that fucking shoots out, and he fucking caught a fish.
Fuck yeah.
I was tripping out.
That's
I was like,
awesome,
dude, I was not doing that at 6 years old. I was learning how to wipe my fucking butt.
Well, you know what else? It's same thing, right? It's just different customs. It's like when you grow up here, you get taught to like the things that you're doing at 6 years old. I wouldn't say are like not fun, right? But
Yeah.
like at 6 years old, you're catching lizards, or you're
Riding
your bike,
Yeah.
or you're going to the playground, or whatever it is. Like,
swinging on a fucking swing.
it's just we don't. If we tried to go to the ocean at 6 years old now, live in Monterey Bay or something like that, you fucking freeze your balls off trying to catch the fish.
Oh yeah,
stuff.
and
Like,
the water over there is fucking beautiful.
Oh, tropical oceans are way different compared to what we have
Dude,
here.
I was just
like,
in there fucking floating on my back.
you can actually just
freaking-
swim in there and have a good time.
It was great. It was fucking great. But yeah, I was just tripping out on him because again, he's 6 years old, and I was like, why are you fucking doing that at 6 years old? And he like has his own flippers, has his own fucking goggles and shit like that, has his own snorkel. And there's like this plant, I forget what it's fucking called, but they like take the leaves and they like rub it on the inside of the mask, their goggles, before they go in, because it like creates like a little film over the goggles and it doesn't fog up.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
I was like, damn, let me know you just
figured that shit out.
Yeah, I was like, is that just like I was asking Justin, I was like, is that just like an old thing? He's like, yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I just learned it.
It's just a family thing. Yeah.
I was like, damn, that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, that day was Waimea Bay was fucking awesome.
Cool.
Jumped off a rock, saw some fish get caught. Later because that was on like a Wednesday, Waimea Wednesday. Yep. And then that Saturday we ate all those fish.
Nice.
And they tasted fucking bomb.
Good
dude.
shit. Yeah.
They were fucking great. And yeah, what else did we do? We just kind of chilled, man. Like I wanted to go to a restaurant, Zippy's. It's fucking. It's like their version of like a 24-hour like diner, like a Denny's, but like fucking way better than any Denny's food.
I'm sure. I was gonna imagine. Yeah.
Like I get like fried chicken from there. It's like the craziest fried chicken I've ever had.
Yeah,
bro. Like
yeah.
super crispy, super juicy. Like they have like their own chili there, and it's fucking sick, dude. It was so fucking good, dude. Like acai bowls. Like there's this place called Haliva Bowls, because we were staying in Wailua. And there's this historical town called Haliva that's around there. That's super dope. I definitely recommend anybody that goes there to fucking check that out, because that shit's awesome. But yeah, there's this place called Haliva Bowls, and they make fat fucking acai bowls. They're fucking crazy.
Hell yeah.
They're so fucking good. And yeah, we just ate from like some food trucks around there.
Cool.
Like we got some like ahikatsu from this freaking from this food truck, and it was stupid, bro. It was crazy. I was tripping out.
What is katsu just fried?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
It's so fresh, like fried, like ahi.
Yeah.
Dude, it was crazy. There's like this sauce that they put over it, and like,
it's good shit. I'm a sucker for some good sauce, man.
dude,
Like
I need to show you the picture after.
Yeah, okay.
It's crazy. It was fucking, dude, just like a nice little fucking patty of fucking, or like a nice slab of like ahi, probably like that big, just fried up, just covered in sauce, put over some rice. You got some salad, and you got some mac salad on the side. Crazy.
Beautiful.
It's just from a fucking food truck, and they had a fucking. They also had smoothies there that were fucking crazy. Probably some of the best smoothies I've had. I don't know. I'm probably exaggerating because I love the vacation. But it was just so good. Yeah. I was like, damn, I got all this from like a food truck. And like, yeah, over here you can get like, you know, there's some great food trucks around here. Yeah. You know, but like you got to go like to some like crazy like cities and fucking sometimes to get these food trucks and stuff like that. Whereas they're just in a small fucking town and they're just around.
You know what I think it is too? Is it's like that's part of what's fun about vacation to I mean, I guess Hawaii's not technically like foreign because it's like part of the United States, but it's not like foreign. The United States. Yeah, it's the different culture, right? So like part of the fun to traveling to foreign places is getting away from the regular, right? Because like there is like I will do my best to never take for granted that one of the best tacos I've ever had is a food truck that floats around Salinas and Watsonville all the time. Yeah, because El Volcan is fucking fire, bro. That truck is amazing.
I feel like El Volcan, there's another one that chills behind the fucking the Arco in Watsonville. Yeah, called G's Tacos. That place is fucking crazy.
I think I've eaten there too. Are they relatively new?
I don't know. I just know when I worked at the dispensary over there, they literally would just chilling like right across from the dispensary. Yeah, I'd always go there.
But that's my point, though, right? Is it's like if your homies came from Hawaii, you would probably take them there, and they'd be like, "Bro, these are some of the best fucking tacos I've ever had." It's just like that's part of the fun of traveling to other places is getting to experience things outside of your comfort and like outside of your own regular day-to-day shit. You know? Yeah.
But yeah, it was nice, and I felt like everyone was just hella chill.
Yeah, nice I can imagine. Like getting to live on an island. Yeah, dude,
like, I mean, but granted, there probably is some like probably shitty people over there that probably like don't come from there.
Of course,
kind of shitty. But everyone that I met was just like really fucking cool. Everyone felt like very respectful and like again the whole like like when people were giving like my mom, like when the friends that I made, like Kyler and I know, or like Royce, when they were giving my mom a hug, it's like they were in the hat, they're taking the hat off, they're giving my mom a hug, blah blah. I'm like, damn, that's pretty fucking. You don't see that shit here. I mean, in some places you definitely do. Like some people hold, still have those like morals and like hold people up to that like certain standard, hold their kids up to that standard. But you don't see it like super often. I haven't seen it like that.
I feel like it's not to jump into a whole nother like thing, but I feel like that has to do with the fact that like currently in the last 5 to 10 years or so, that behavior has typically been seen as like a gentleman's behavior. And because of the movement happening with Barbie all the way, like we got to push some of these old patriarchal ideas out. I feel like it at times that kind of behavior gets like not frowned upon, but just like, we don't need that right now. Like, that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, I can open the door, or I can do this, or I can do that, or whatever. But it is nice to hear that there are still places in the world that like are down for like chivalry and just like old school, like
it's
just respect
like, from everyone just felt very like respectful, like all the elders or auntie or uncle, and it just felt very like
it's such a trip. It's crazy to hear you say that, because like that is one thing that I've been like thinking about lately, going into an idea for like the story that I've been coming up with that I will tell you about, but off air.
Yes.
But it's so different here. It's like such a trip, because I feel like with how quickly like ideologies shift in our country in particular, it's like there's this like idea of like, no, the previous generation doesn't know what the fuck they were talking about. Like, they caused all the problems for us. Like, fuck the previous generations. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's very heavy in America.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So, like I said, it's nice to hear that there's still places somewhere other that is down with, like, respecting your elders. You know what I mean? Like, it's yeah. I feel like that's a lost thing. That it doesn't apply to every situation, obviously. I'm not saying every single old person in the world is innocent and should just be, like, praised and respected or anything like that. But, to be nicer to older people, and especially those in your family and stuff like that, is not very common around here anymore. I don't think you see it a lot.
Yeah, it's just nice to like be around people.
Yeah,
like a large group of people that you can tell like we're raised pretty right. That are pretty like everyone you meet is like
raised
pretty respectful. They're like, damn, hey man, it was very nice to meet you. Next time, I can't wait to see you next time. Have a safe flight. Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
all this and like and just honestly just sit there and be like. Like it was just like crazy, like little things of like we went to the store, and how many times are you at the store, and like you put your shit on the fucking little belt to go up to the cashier, and there's someone in front of you, and they just fucking look behind you, and they see that you're fucking behind them, and they just grab a thing and just fucking, that little divider, and they put it right behind their food, and they're just like. Don't even look at you, and they're just like, don't touch my shit, right?
This is a barrier.
Exactly. Yeah. But like we were just at the store, and this dude like, and again, like anybody could do this, right? But it was just like being there, and this random dude just like seeing that we're holding stuff, and just like put it down, and was like, oh, like here you go, like you can put your stuff like right here. Like sorry, I was like taking up all the space. Yeah. He didn't say that, but it was like it was
in the motion.
Yeah. And I was just like, damn, that's pretty.
Yeah,
like
nice guy.
I haven't seen that. Yeah. And then a guy behind us, like we're checking out, right? And they're like, oh, do you have like a Long's fucking. Or like a CVS fucking card or whatever. Mom's like, no, we're good. And the dude's like, oh, here, they can use mine.
Oh, nice.
And I was just like,
cool. How sweet.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
that's fucking cool.
Shit.
Again, probably gets you points or something like that. But just to be like, how often, like, do you go to like, I don't know, like a Kohl's or something where there's like memberships and someone's like, oh, hey, dude, here, you can use fucking mine.
I could imagine that like it's not easy necessarily, but easier. Because, like, I, as much as I get upset with, like, rude people and angry people, it's fucking hard to be nice.
Yeah.
In general, it's especially hard to be nice all of the time. I try very hard to be, like, a polite person, especially in public. And that shit's fucking difficult. It takes a lot of self-discipline, because people are going to fucking piss you off. At least, sometimes they will when you go out, right? So it's hard to be nice. But I would imagine it's probably easier to do so when you live in a place like that. Like that's like you're literally in paradise,
Mhm.
man. Like how can
Yeah.
you be angry? You know, like I feel like it's pretty hard to wake up on an island, look out, and probably see an ocean relatively close to you.
Mhm.
There's still nature around, you know, like it's not just a concrete jungle everywhere.
Mhm.
It's like, all right, I can't be too angry. Like
Yeah.
I'm living a good life over here, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's also like the ideologies are very like different. Like when I was talking to Royce, he had spent time here in California. He actually went to Hartnell, so he
Mhm.
was in Salinas.
Mm-hmm.
And something that he said that I put in my phone that stuck with me, he's like, yeah, over here in Hawaii, or like just in Hawaii, like in general, like over here, it's very much like relationships rather than possessions and stuff like that. And I was like, damn, that's like such like a great way
Yeah.
to just like think about shit. Like obviously, like we all want to think like that, but just to be put in plain
Yeah.
like that and be like, oh yeah, dude, like this is just how it feels over here. And then
Yeah.
you can just like going that day, like that was like the third day,
Mhm.
and like moving forward and just like seeing that and being like, oh damn,
Yeah, having that in
that's
your
fucking
head, yeah.
that's fucking right. Like,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
doesn't like when they have a party, everyone's like a lot of people are coming together and be like, oh, what
Mhm.
can I like? Let me help you out. Let me
Mhm.
fucking do this. Let me do that and
Mhm.
shit like that. And I was just like,
Yeah.
it's fucking sick, dude.
And
It's
it's
fucking awesome.
polar opposite of what they push on us over here, man. It's crazy.
And I don't know if it's just like California, because sometimes I go out, when I like gone to Seattle, I'm like, damn, people are fucking nice over here too.
No, it's the United States.
Yeah.
It's just our country in particular.
But like even shit of like you're at a stop sign, and like the traffic going like in front of you doesn't have a stop, right? So you kind of got to wait for the traffic to
Yeah.
subside.
Mm-hmm.
People will just fucking stop.
Wait for each other.
And just
Yeah,
be like,
yeah.
hey, yeah, here, come on, bro. I'm like,
Mhm.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
If you're in California, you're waiting, bro.
Probably,
if you're here
yeah.
and you're doing something like that, no
Yeah.
one's fucking doing that shit.
Traffic, dude. Yeah,
It's
exactly.
once in a fucking blue
Yeah.
moon. Shows like every fucking day.
No, yeah, I think like I do think it's I do think it's our country in general, at least here on like the mainland, because obviously Hawaii is a part of our country as well, but it's separate.
They don't want to be.
No, of course not. Yeah, who the fuck would? But I do think it's like very magnified in our state in particular, just because of like how fucking big it is. Like it might as well be a small, like, you know, section.
I mean, it's like the fifth largest. California's like the fifth largest economy like in the world.
yeah,
It's pretty nuts.
so it's
It's pretty stupid for a state to like have a bigger
Yeah.
economy than like some full-on countries.
It is crazy, but it's, you know, unfortunately that's our fault.
Yeah, that's the
Because
reality.
we keep buying shit. That's
Yeah.
the only reason why that's a thing. But no, that's my point, right? Is it's like everything is very centralized here in our state, and in particular in our neighborhood, right? Like a few cities down is where like the future gets built all of the time. Because Silicon
Yeah.
Valley is where all these advancements in technology come out from. At least I'm sure there's places all over, but that's a big hub of it, right? So
Yeah.
we get the fucking fuzz, bro. We're right at the if there's like if the internet and the progress of technology is a loud fucking like beacon and boom that's reverberating across the world, we're getting like the first fucking wave. We're fucking Oppenheimer sitting in that thing hearing the first boom from the atomic bomb.
Yeah.
Man. Like we're right at the fucking front of it all.
Yeah.
It's
But-
busy. It's crazy here.
Yeah, it is fucking. And like, yeah, even driving on like the freeway over there, like people are driving like 55 on the freeway.
It's chilling.
And I was kind of getting a little anxiety at first, because here I'm used to driving fucking pretty fast and just trying to keep up with people, like going
I feel
70,
like-
75,
yeah.
80 miles an
I was
hour.
gonna say I feel like on the highway now like 70 is a standard. Honestly, like
And like I'm just so used to keeping up with that over here that when I was driving into like the city, like Honolulu, to hang out with like my homie Derek and my homie Robbie and my homie Tyler, the homie Lane, when I was getting closer to the city, like you get more traffic, but everyone's not like driving fast. It's just there's just hella people.
yeah.
And people are driving at like 50, 55. And I was like, at first, like, I'm not used to this.
Yeah, yeah.
But
yeah.
then you get, like, you sit down and you relax and you're like,
slow
oh,
down a bit. Yeah.
I'm still going to get there.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't have to worry about shit.
No, yeah.
But, like, over here, like, people are riding your ass,
Sure.
bro.
Mhm.
And, like, even today, like, at work, like, I fucking... Again, we're talking about one of those stops here where you got to wait for fucking a bunch
hella
of fucking
people to go,
cars.
yeah.
And I was, waiting. And as soon as I get across the fucking... As soon as I have a chance to get across, like, the intersection and go, like, where I need to go, the car behind me also goes, but then fucking just passes me up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, why did you need to do that?
This is where all the money comes from, baby. This
Exactly.
is the fastest goddamn state in the world,
Dude, and
bro.
I was tripping. Like,
Yeah.
but...
No, it makes it's fucked up, but like it makes sense to me. A lot of the things that we experience in terms of that, and like I've been trying to like get. It's weird. Like I've been trying to simultaneously like be less angry at people.
But it's hard.
No, but at the same time, also being like, but also you need to shoulder more responsibility if we're gonna change some shit.
Exactly.
Like, I am fully aware of the idea and the fact that all of this stuff is pushed onto us and absorbed into us as children, so we don't know any better. But we're all adults now, and we can see the problem and we can change the problem. So let's do that. Like, we don't need to fucking keep living like this, man.
So I'm saying it's hard sometimes when you're trying to do like, hey, I'm just gonna do the right thing, and people are like, nah, fuck you, dude. It's just like, what do you want me to do? Like, I'm trying to just be.
You just keep your head down. You keep doing the right thing. Man.
Exactly.
You know,
but,
you don't let anybody else fucking sway you.
Yeah, and like I don't know, like that's why like when I was over there, I just didn't want to leave. I spent 9 days there. Could have spent another 90 days there if I really wanted to.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it was just awesome, and I'm glad I got to see my homies from high school. Like I was saying, Derek, Robbie, Tyler, Lane, like I hadn't seen them in a long time, and the fact that they all lived there and I happened to be there, it was good to hang out with them. And Robbie and Tyler have the band Twin Fin, which they actually dropped their first EP over this past week, and it's really awesome. It's the Band-Aid EP, and I fucking been playing that shit all day. It's really fucking good, so go and check that out. But yeah, it was just an awesome experience being there. I'd like literally have no more. I can honestly keep going with nice things to say.
Yeah, of course.
About it. Like everyone was everyone was just awesome. Everyone was cool. It was cool just like hanging out with everybody. Everyone just like cruising, you know, when they're hanging out. So they call it cruising. Oh, we're just gonna cruise. We're just gonna cruise today. We're just gonna hang out. We're gonna go to the beach and we're gonna have some fucking beers and we're just gonna chill. What are we doing today? I don't know, man.
What do you want to do?
We're just gonna see what the fuck we want to do. You know. And then, on the last day before we left, freaking had the party for my cousin's birthday, and that was awesome. Getting to part like one of the first days being there and partying, and then one of the last days being there partying was like, I was like, oh yeah, this is how you start and you end a fucking trip.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, it was just fucking, just a great time, man. Cool. I'm excited to go back. I'm already gonna start planning on when the fuck I want to go back because it was it was just a good time. I like meeting everyone out there, and also like it just makes it easier having a place to go and stay out there and not having to like rent a hotel or like get an Airbnb or anything like that. It makes it a little easier for me to go out there. I can just find like a cheaper ticket and just kind of go. But yeah, man, it was awesome. Saw Ninja Turtles when I was there. Fucking great movie. You guys should definitely go and check it out. It's a great movie. It's one of those movies that people need to go see because we need to see more sequels about this story. We need to see more from the story. You know?
I think from what it seems like, there's the Ninja Turtles movie. The Ninja Turtle comic books just introduced a new cast of turtles that exists like post The Last Ronin, and The Last Ronin's getting a video game. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna be hit with like a lot of Ninja Turtle stuff over the next few years.
It's crazy how much Ninja Turtles is gonna boom for like this next generation.
Yeah,
and it's cool. Like that's the thing. Another thing I was thinking about that movie, like just to like put a bow on Hawaii and everything. Awesome, great. I loved everybody there. Shout out fucking all my homies that I met there. What's up, guys? And can't wait to go back and see y'all. And it was awesome. And if you've been hearing about all the fires like in Maui, definitely support, donate. There's a lot of places you can go. In this video and in the description of like the podcast, I will put links to where you guys can donate and stuff like that. If you follow me on Instagram, there is also a link in my bio where you can go and donate and everything like that too. So definitely go and show your support. And if you've ever gone and visited there or done anything like that, you should go and show your support, man, because they've welcomed you into their very communal environment, and they don't need to. They could easily just be like, "No, fuck all of you guys."
Yeah,
and we need to support it. As much as people love going and seeing everything there and it being a tourist attraction.
You gotta keep it alive, man.
Gotta keep it alive. You gotta support it. Gotta support everybody there. So go and donate. Do what you can. Send clothes. Anything that you can do, do it. But yes, to put a bow on that and to transition into like Ninja Turtles and stuff like that before, like really quick before we get into actual vacation, is like it's the thing I was thinking about is like it's crazy how much like like Ninja Turtles was pretty poppin' like when we were growing up, right?
Sure.
Like they had like the animated
the movies
series,
came out like
you know.
right before we were born too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we had like a good experience with Ninja Turtles. Hasn't been much as of recent. We had like the movies, those like live action ish movies that came out that weren't like
they tried
the
again
greatest.
in like the mid 2000s and 2010s too,
Yeah.
with like some more animated movies, but hasn't really caught on again.
Yeah, exactly. But it's nice having this, and like we were saying, having the last Ronin, and the comics, them getting like newer stuff for like this newer generation 2 experience, because the Ninja Turtles is fucking awesome.
Ninja Turtles are cool as fuck.
It needs to fucking be kept alive.
It's a trip to me. What trips me out about the Ninja Turtles franchise is how heavily the IP has shifted, because if I am not mistaken, the original Ninja Turtle comic books are like super violent.
Yeah, they're
and
hardcore.
Definitely not for kids.
Yeah.
But it is something that is very marketed towards kids now. They have 100% 180'd that fucking that franchise for sure, and I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, because like, you had many animated series. You had fucking a bunch of games that know appeal to kids and stuff like that.
A lot of classic games too.
Yeah, and like those older movies, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and like the fucking the second one, the Mystery of like the Ooze or something like that.
Yeah, I think it is Mystery of the Ooze.
Yeah, and like those are like great because they teeter that line of like super serious but like still for kids, so like kids can watch them. Like I grew up fucking watching them. I'm like, damn, this is the fucking coolest thing. But you can still go back and watch them, and they fucking hold the fuck up.
Oh
bro.
Yeah, they're cool.
They hold the fuck up for sure. Like getting like fight choreography like that with people that are fucking wearing suits,
turtle suits. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Standing turtle suits.
That's insane to me, bro.
Ninja Turtles.
Like the I mean, when you watch like the live action, like the fucking, or even like the animated, like the freaking, the choreography is cool, but it's obviously gonna be cooler because it's either animated or it's fucking CG'd and shit like that. But for that shit to still hold up against like current shit and it being like very practical, it's fucking crazy.
Not bad,
to me, dude.
Man. Not bad.
It's fucking crazy to me, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was watching that second one recently, and I can't believe what they fucking did to Casey Jones with fucking like Stephen Amell's cool or whatever, but like his fucking Casey Jones was fucking cooked, bro. It was
like good or bad?
Bad, bro.
Oh, it was bad.
Like
okay,
it just felt very like disingenuous. Like where like when you watch the old classic movies, like, oh, Casey's a fucking hockey player, bro, and this fool's also gonna fuck some shit up.
Yeah.
Like Casey Jones starts out as like wanting to be like a cop and shit like that. And like I'm not like super crazy into the comics, so it might be like that in the fucking comics and shit like that. But like Stephen Amell just does not do like a good like bad dude trying to be fucking cool. Or I don't know.
No,
like it
you
seems
know,
like
you know what it is.
It's weird,
like,
bro.
You're
it's
never
just so weird.
I think for one, I will say I think he's a really hard character to nail in live action. The whole Ninja Turtles franchise in general doesn't belong in live action, I think. On top of that too, I also have not read a lot of the comic books but from what I understand, I don't think Casey Jones is like a really deep character or anything like that. So you just get somebody who looks cool in a hockey mask and you put him on screen. And then number 3, both of us being fans of the CW verse, I personally am never ever gonna be able to see Stephen Amell, Grant Gustin, any of those people in anything else ever again, because I'm never not going to see Oliver Queen or Barry Allen. Yeah, it's not going to happen. I'm sorry. Like they, as much as I love those shows, they fucked themselves by being in those things, because anything else they do, it's going to be super hard to see them as something else.
It was just like weird because to me, Casey Jones is more of just like, not like a super mysterious dude, but he is more of that like punk, just like against all fucking shit.
Yeah.
And like Stephen Amell was just not doing it, bro.
I could see it.
It's like a very like, hey, what's up? Like talking. Like,
he also like not okay,
and just like his eyes just felt very just like.
I was gonna say,
like, why did you snort a line of coke before you?
Not to like stereotype, but I have. The only reason why Stephen Amell works for me in Arrow is because I started watching it when I was a teenager and I wanted to see drama. Because let's be honest, the CW shows are soap operas, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
They're not like masterworks of TV. They're fucking soaps, and it's fine. I love them for what they are, right? But like Stephen Amell to me has never really been a that's a tough guy.
Yeah.
Like to me personally,
Yeah.
like it works in Arrow because again it's a soap, so he's like the toughest looking dude amongst all these other soapy actors. But like he's never he's never been the guy that I point at and be like, I need a tough dude. We're going with him. Like he's not my first pick.
It's just weird too because that is such like when you watch like animated versions of like Arrow or even in like the comics, he is very different from like the CW.
Oh yeah, way different. CW made him Batman.
Yeah,
they turned Arrow into Batman.
Yeah,
is what it was.
Because like in the animated shows and like in the comics, he is very like kind of quippy.
The Green Arrow is cool, man.
Very charismatic.
The Green Arrow is funny as fuck.
And not that he's not charismatic and like
he's not though. No, but he's not.
Like you said, he's Batman. He is more brooding and he's just like, I'm the Green Arrow.
No, that's
you
not
failed this city.
Yeah, you have failed this. Oh no, I haven't heard that in so long. God damn it. Yeah, exactly. That's not Green Arrow. Yeah. Not classic Green Arrow anyways. But yeah.
Go watch the Ninja Turtles.
Check it out, man.
Check that shit out.
I gotta go check it out.
Yeah. It's fucking great.
I watched, it's not brand new. I think it came out a year or two ago, but I watched it with my dad earlier this week and I really liked it. And I would recommend it to you is The Fabelmans. The Fabelmans is a like dramatized version of the Steven Spielberg story, and it's basically his life as a kid until he graduates high school and first starts getting into like the movie making business. You don't see anything of like him making Jaws or Indiana Jones or anything like that, but it's everything from when he was a kid, from when he first got like latched into wanting to make movies up until like right around the time he just gets started, and it is really good. I liked it a lot. It's got Paul Dano in it. He plays his dad, the guy
Paul Dano.
Yeah, the guy who played the Riddle. Yeah, he's awesome. I think Michelle Williams as well plays his mom. And then I don't know any of the names of the kids who were cast, but there's a time skip in the movie, and both generations of the kids, phenomenal. They're all really, really good actors. So,
Fuck yeah.
Good shit.
Fuck yeah.
It's good.
Yeah,
very good.
But all right, let's get into
some vacation.
The movies to talk about, the tie-in to kind of what we were talking about. You know, we got back from vacation. We talked about our vacation. So let's talk about some...
Let's watch some vacation.
Let's talk about some National Lampoon's Vacation.
Yeah.
Talk about 1983. The first one, rated 7.3 out of 10, 94% on Rotten Tomatoes. The description goes like this. Accompanied by their children, played by Dana Barron and Anthony Michael Hall, Clark Griswold, played by Chevy Chase, and his wife, Ellen, played by Beverly D'Angelo, are driving from Illinois to, or Illinois, is it Illinois or Illinois? Illinois.
Yeah.
Are driving from Illinois to a California amusement park. Already a crazy fucking drive.
Oh, yeah.
As Clark increasingly fixates on a beautiful woman driving a sports car, the Griswolds deal with car problems and the death of a family member. Crazy. They reach Los Angeles, but when Clark worries that the trip is being derailed again, he acts impulsively to get his family to the park. Basically meaning Clark Griswold's a fucking piece of shit.
I was going to say, I'm not going to lie, that's a horrible description for the movie.
Yeah, that's
like,
not the best.
That just, like, it highlights all the wrong things about what the movie's about. Like, Aunt Edna... Nobody fucking likes Aunt Edna, so it's not like a tragic death of the family. And then the sports car girl is just like a side gag that happens every once in a while in it too.
Yeah. But yeah, National Lampoon's Vacation came out in 1983. It was honestly, my thoughts, it was pretty fucking funny. Yeah. I was down with it. Like, it fits like the time period. Like, when you're watching, you're like, okay, this is for sure a very 80s movie. Like a very early 80s movie. I feel like before they really got into that like super crazy like techno synthy like music and shit like that, and you know, like when you see in like fucking like Rocky IV and you know, the Jean-Claude Van Damme movies and all that shit. But it was fucking funny. Chevy Chase, I mean, I really can't see anybody else playing Clark Griswold. I don't think anyone else ever played Clark Griswold. So yeah, he's fucking great. I mean, the whole family is pretty fucking hilarious. This is my first time watching this. I'm a big National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation person. I watch that every single fucking Christmas. I grew up watching that. After watching these first two, I still think the third is the fucking best one because it has an actual like good story to it. Not that these don't have a good story, but they like we were saying, like it's just a bunch of shenanigans that goes on. Like it's literally just a bunch of, like you're saying, it's like a very long SNL skit.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Like it's just freaking, it's just a bunch of shit going down. Something happens to them on the road, then another thing, then another thing, then another thing. And I mean, fucking, like I said, Clark Griswold's a fucking piece of shit. It's crazy that in the third movie, now that I'm thinking about it, you can see it, but he has a very resolved, like, figures out he's being a piece of shit, and everyone's just like, hey bro, you're fixating on this fucking thing that you don't need to fucking fixate on. And it's fucking cool. You brought us all in for Christmas, and that's what it's about. It's not about you, it's about everyone else together, and he kind of figures that out. Whereas this, like, people try to tell him that shit, and he's just like, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna still be fucking me. So it was funny, but it was just a trip to me being like, damn, this guy fucking sucks. As a dad, this guy sucks ass.
I thought the same thing, because we were talking about that before the podcast. It's like, he's a psycho, and then I thought to myself, I was like, okay, but hold on, I'm not watching a drama. Like, I'm watching a comedy movie, and more so than that, I'm watching a very outlandish comedy movie. So, like, I'm not supposed to be looking for, like, character development or anything like that. Like, I think Clark Griswold is purposefully written as a jerk.
Oh, yeah.
For the sake of how the funny shenanigans that it gets him into, you know? So it's like, it is funny to me, and I was like, wow, this is weird, because, like, I just never picked up on, I think I told you, I have flashes and glimpses of the first movie from when I was a kid. My dad has showed it to me, like, a few times over the years, and, like, I don't think I was ever, like, super duper hooked in. And I will say I did find them funny, but I was also not super duper hooked in now either. But it's just like a very wacky, crazy, nothing movie. Like, it's so weird to me. Like, it's just like, it's funny because the bits that happen to me make me laugh. How it's all strung together is just like ridiculous. Like, it makes zero sense, none at all, which, again, I don't think the movie's like trying to do that, so it doesn't really matter, right? But it's just funny to me, and just crazy to me that these got, like, made into movies, honestly. Like, I can't believe it.
It's funny because it's like, I kept getting, like, flashes and glimpses of, like, that is a very early, like, super bad-esque, like, movie, but just super early.
Sure.
Where they were being sort of, like, kind of teetering on that line of, like, oh, this is like a family comedy movie, but this is also, there's some pretty raunchy shit that goes down in there. Like, you straight up see the mom's fucking tits just in the fucking
like
shower.
in the beginning.
And I was like, wait, what the fuck is happening? Like, I was like, wasn't this a family movie? You know? But it's like some of the things that they do, like, especially like in the second one, not to get too much in the second one, but like the whole thing of it being like this sex tape that they accidentally recorded on the fucking thing and it just getting like released and stuff like that. Like, I was like, damn, like, that is like a plot thread for, like, again, like a super bad-esque movie, like a sex drive type of movie that you can fucking watch, you know? And I was like, damn, this is like, it was crazy seeing like that, like, starting to cut through in like the 80s and being like, you know, those borderline kind of raunchier type of fucking
definitely
movies like that, you know?
This is where it started.
Yeah. But it's funny because it does have just like that classic, like, just sort of like slapstick, just Saturday sort of cartoon-esque, like,
definitely.
comedy, when they're just like the random things that they fucking do, you know, like when they're fucking, when they try to pick something up immediately when someone tries to grab something, like something simple like that, like it just adds to the allure of like the Griswolds and who this family is. It's
Definitely. Funny. And I think that was just like kind of the comedy, like, back in the day a little bit, because like that's what I remember a lot from. I didn't watch episodes, but like a documentary that I saw a long time ago about like the people that started SNL and everything like that, because a lot of them came from National Lampoon. I think some of them started there first and then went, or maybe vice versa. I can't remember if that's their own thing, but but yeah, it's like it's trippy to see that brand of comedy in like a live action aspect, and especially so early, I think, is what threw me off, right? Is it's like that formula. I don't know if my dates are on or off here, but to me, different movies perfected that like slapstick formula like better. Like, I would rather watch something like Airplane or like Naked Gun, which is like the same thing, right? Like that over the top stupid like slapstick shit or whatever. So maybe it's just like the early bits of it that was like catching me off guard and whatnot. But there was definitely times where when I was watching it, I was like, okay, I know that it is as popular as it is now, but I want to know why. Like, there was a part of me that was like, if I'm a young person, because let's be honest, right? The people that make things popular in a consumer market are like young people. If a movie does well, it's probably because like 18 to 40 something year olds are going to watch it, right? So I was like, what, like this, I don't understand. It was hard for me, honestly. There was a moment, because like I told you, like bits and pieces of it were making it laugh, but the whole thing as a package, I was like, I don't understand this. I think this movie would flop. Like nowadays, maybe I'm just like not able to like pull the historical bit out of it for me this time. But there was bits when I was just like, this is so incoherent, and like, it just felt like, again, like I couldn't not think to myself the entire time, like, this just feels like a really long SNL skit where like they just had one cast of characters the entire time rather than like a bunch of different unconnected skits. Because like even at times on the road trip stuff, like it feels disconnected to me, you know, like when they go from place to place and stuff. It's just, yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was funny. It was weird.
Yeah, I think I had the same experience where like some stuff was like making me laugh, and I was like, damn, like why is this like so funny to me?
Yeah.
And I think it is just that edginess for like a movie like that. Like I don't think, like I need to go back and watch like more movies, and not that like movies that like in the 80s and stuff like that didn't have like sexual like jokes and stuff like that, but them being like very like in the forefront of like what's going on. I was like, damn, like this is pretty fucking. I've had my share of like watching like older movies like with my dad and stuff like that, and I was like, I can't really remember like in a movie like this where it's like that PG-13 sort of like type of movie and a family type of movie. I was like, damn, like I don't know if I would like, if I had kids, if I would like sit down and like watch
it
this
with
shit,
them. Yeah, no,
you know?
yeah. It's because it is. I don't think it's a family movie, honestly.
No, it's like what is it, like PG-13 or something?
Something like that.
Oh, it's rated R. Okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So there you go, guys. I was gonna say.
Why did I think it was like rated like PG-13 or something like that?
I think probably.
I think
for
the
the
second. I think
that,
the second one is.
Well, I was gonna say also probably too, just for the reasons that you were saying, which is like it's very dressed up as like a family vacation movie, and it's just not that though.
Maybe it's just I think maybe because like growing up watching Christmas Vacation, it's PG-13, and maybe some of those jokes are in there, but like are hidden a little bit more.
Yeah.
Whereas like this, they were just like, "Fuck it, dude, we're just gonna say shit."
Yeah, that's what I was. I think like slightly turned off by is that there was no like reservation anywhere, which is fine sometimes. Sometimes you want full send, right? But when it comes to comedy, for me personally, I do like for there to be a balance. Like I am down with goofy, over the top, like ridiculous bullshit. Like I watched Fantasy Factory and Ridiculousness when I was a kid, so obviously I like watching people just fall and like get hurt and get bonked and shit like that. Like it's funny to me. I like it. But when it's that for the whole hour and a half and there's no hint of like any kind of like more subtlety in it, it's just like a lot, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of weird when like the whole plot is like we're just going from point A to point B.
Yeah.
And in the middle it just feels like random shit that like, oh, we just went and had to do this, and we just had to do that, and we just had to fucking do that.
The only like through line in the plot is that they're moving from state to state.
Yeah.
But otherwise there's hardly any like character is relegated to like, how are you funny, or how are you funny. Other than that, they don't have anything, which again, like, so I brought it up in the beginning, right? So it's like we're watching a comedy movie, so like it doesn't really matter. But I think we're just so spoiled with like how complex things can be now across different genres. It's weird to go back and watch something that's so simple, like plain cut and dry, like this is what this thing is. Here's an hour and a half of it, like go for it. Yeah.
But it was pretty. One of the jokes that sat with me that I was like, damn, this is like kind of funny, but I don't like. You could see it in a movie today, but like, it has to be like the special type of movie, like again, like a super bad type of movie when they crash and fucking Rusty's like, I think I stabbed my brain. And the mom's like, I think I broke my arm. And then fucking Audrey comes up and she's like, I think I started my period. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, that was
like,
funny. Yeah.
I was like, that's just so like that's so random and just like so funny to fucking throw in there.
Yeah, no,
just a fucking random one.
Yeah,
like,
definitely. Yeah,
like they just snuck up and were like, oh, we're just throwing this
because
there's like like there's nothing about her character beforehand, aside from like the weed smoking, that is like crazy, like mature and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden she's like, I just think I started my period, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
this is fucking random.
Yeah. No, yeah, that was a good joke in there. I did like it. I'm trying to think of like some of the other ones that made me laugh. Like I don't. Some of them were just like I couldn't. There were certain bits in the movie that I couldn't help but cringe at.
They're just random. Like there's random shit.
Like there was just stuff where I was like, ooh, this is not the best. Like I was just like, okay, interesting choice.
yeah. Again, like it's just like a lot of shit just like strung together.
There's just there. You know what it was, man? Is it's like I couldn't get it out of my head. I was like, because I've heard it was a difficult situation of like separating the art from the artist, where it's like I've heard too many stories now at this point of like how shitty and horrible of a person Chevy Chase is in real life. So like I couldn't help but watch the movie and be like, damn, this fool just made this movie because he was horny. Like the first two movies are mostly just sex.
Yeah,
like sex comedy. And like a lot of the like push and pull in like some of the first and second movie is the fact that like him and the mom are like trying to fuck and they can't or whatever and stuff like that. And so like there's too many times where I was like, oh, that's a super fucking horny joke. Oh, that's a super fucking horny joke. Like it almost felt, there were times where like it felt like the raunch was put ahead of the comedy.
Yeah.
I'm down with something that's really funny first with a raunchy like sheen over it. But if you're just trying to be raunchy and then like throw the comedy in afterwards, it's a little bit hard for me to grasp onto. And that's what I felt sometimes across these two movies for sure. I was like, damn, these are some horny fucking movies, bro.
Yeah, this fool's just straight up like, especially the second one. The second one's pretty fucking horny too.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah, Russ
for all of
is
them
super
too.
horny in the second one.
And Audrey too. She's like all fucking horny over Jack the whole movie too. Yeah. They like show a big old fucking sausage and she's like, oh, I miss Jack. Yeah. Like it's just like, yeah, dude, just crazy shit. Yeah.
But yeah, again, like the first one, I was just like, the whole time I just couldn't help but be like, damn, this guy fucking sucks, dude. This guy sucks as a fucking dad. And like the craziest part is when like they drop like Aunt Edna off at the fucking like house, like of their cousin or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're just driving back and they're all like, maybe we should just like chill. Like, you know, Aunt Edna just died. Like, maybe we should be cool off of Wally World.
Yeah.
And he's like, are you guys just fuckheads?
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, that's
dude,
crazy.
Whoa. Yeah.
Like, that is a crazy.
Goes on like a hardcore rampage right there.
That's
dude,
not even funny at that point.
No,
like, why would you say that to your family? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
And I was like, damn, this guy sucks. And she's just like, we're just not going to talk today. It'll be fine. After.
That's like the.
He's like, I'm sorry, babe. Like, I just really want to go to Wally World.
I know.
Like,
yeah, I don't know what like the third one is all about because I haven't seen Christmas Vacation. I haven't seen the other one either, Vegas Vacation. But like the first two, just very much seem like it was made for really like borderline psycho family dads in the 80s. Like, that's the target audience that I get from these movies. And so it's just hard for me to latch onto. There's just certain bits where I'm just like, not, that's funny. But like, most of the jokes that I liked and stuff like that were like separate from that part, you know?
Yeah. I can definitely say, again, like the third one, I think why I like the third one is like the Christmas Vacation is because it still has those classic National Lampoon jokes that you get in the first two. But there is more of a focus on everyone being like, damn, Clark, you suck, bro.
Yeah.
And like, you know, his, like all the family's there. And like, there is more of like a nicer story. Like I said, of him, like just being kind of Clark Griswold and being a sucky person, but the spirit of Christmas making him just a not sucky person. And him realizing like, damn, like
I've been tripping.
I've been very just like selfish.
Yeah.
Cause there's this whole like his fixation on like doing the lights like on his fucking house and shit like that, and there's multiple points where he's trying to fucking like turn the lights on, they just don't turn on, and he's just like fixated on that the whole time, and that like ruins Christmas for him. And everyone's like, bro,
chill out, dude.
You just need to chill. Like the lights are cool. Like this is cool.
It's
like I'm glad you did. Like I'm glad you did that. You know,
definitely.
Yeah, but yeah, the first one, he fucking sucks. He's a sucky ass dad.
Yeah.
And again, like he just does sucky shit in the end. Like they go to Wally World, it's closed. All right, I'm just gonna fucking
Go buy
threaten.
a BB gun.
I'm gonna go buy a BB gun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna threaten these fucking security guards right
Yeah.
here. And when people are gonna arrest me, the dude's gonna be like, "Oh, it's okay." Like
Yeah.
they just wanted to ride the rides.
Yeah.
It's okay. They're a white family. They just wanted to ride the
all
rides.
good, yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, they were buttering me up. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Just let Clark, who you were gonna arrest 5 seconds ago, just go up and talk to the owner of Wally World.
Certainly wouldn't happen.
Even if would have got tackled to the ground and pepper sprayed.
Even if they let him go and talk to Mr. Griswold and was it Roy? Not Griswold. Roy Wally, right?
Yeah,
or something like that. Even if he did talk to him and convince him, that fucker is not. If that dude was like, "Yeah, don't arrest him," they'd be like, "No, this fool threatened a motherfucker with a gun. I still gotta arrest him. Like, you can go pay his bail if you want, but like this fool's getting sent. This kid's getting booked."
If this whole case, because this whole case was like, me and my family drove hella long. We went through hella stuff, and we just got here and it was closed. Yeah, and we just really wanted to ride your rides. The dude would have a actual business owner would have just been like, okay, dude.
Well, you're going to jail.
You're going to fucking jail.
I'm in a restraining order on you and your family.
Yeah, and you guys can never come back here again.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually,
lifetime ban.
Broke in.
Yeah,
and threatened everyone. It was a fake gun. It was a BB gun.
Yeah.
But you still shot somebody.
Yeah, he did. He shot John Candy in the ass, man. Yeah, I will say I was kind of like surprisingly impressed with the roller coaster shots.
Oh, me too.
Because I was like, wow, this is 1983. Cameras are still really fucking big. They had to rig the fuck out of these coasters to get like these shots on there. That's pretty good. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
It reminded me of like, did you ever see those like games where it was like a fake like roller coaster where you sat in like a roller coaster, right? Like it reminded me kind of like of that. And I was like,
they look good, man.
This is fucking
good,
dope.
Really good, yeah.
It also reminded me of like these old like sing-along like tapes that my grandma had of like Disneyland where it went to like different rides and there was like sing-alongs to go with the rides and they show you like the rides.
That's cool. Yeah.
It reminded me of that because there was some like they took you on the fucking I forgot what roller coaster it was, but it's like an older one and they fucking take you around. You're like, oh shit! It reminded me of that.
That's cool.
And I was like, wow, this is fucking this is fucking cool. This is awesome.
Classic shit.
But yeah, I would probably rate this like it's like a 7.
I give it a 6.5.
6.5.
Yeah. Like a 6.5. Like it's not horrible, but I think for me it's one of the ones that like I would call it a cult comedy at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not like if I'm gonna throw on a comedy, I'm not throwing on.
No, that's not anywhere in my first like 20 picks. Honestly, there's a lot of other stuff I'd put ahead of it.
Yeah. You have like current classics, like you have fucking Superbad, you have fucking Step Brothers, you have the other guys, you have 21 and Over. Yeah. Like you have Project X, like you have fucking dude, you have a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
You have a bunch.
Even if you just want like other raunchy ones from that time period, I feel like there's better picks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Even other National Lampoon movies, I feel like I've laughed at more because I think Animal House is a National Lampoon movie too, and I like that more than I like these movies.
Interesting.
I could be wrong though.
Interesting. But yes, let's move on to the second one.
European Vacation.
European Vacation. And I kind of like this one a little bit more because at least there is a through line of like, hey, we won this.
Yeah.
And now we're going to Europe.
Yeah.
And we're traveling to these places because that's what's set up in the itinerary. In the itinerary.
It makes a
already.
little more sense. It like takes the psycho-ness off of Clark a little bit, Clark Griswold.
But he's still fucking psycho.
He's still insane, 100%.
Yeah. I would say the psychosis is at an all-time
high.
Yeah. So after winning a European vacation on a game show, Clark Griswold convinces his reluctant family to accompany him. His wife, Ellen, is excited, but daughter Audrey is reluctant to leave her boyfriend behind, while teen son Rusty dreams of meeting girls, of course, because he's 15-year-old and he's fucking horny, of course. Yeah. After arriving in London, the clan encounters one disaster after another as they travel through France, Germany, and Italy, while Clark's attempts to cheer everyone up make things worse.
That's a good
like
description.
They always fucking do. Yeah, exactly.
That's a better description.
Dude, you know who played fucking Jack was fucking...
Oh, yeah.
William Zabka,
yeah,
bro.
Oh, yeah. It's fucking
like,
sweep the leg, bro. I saw him and I was like, holy shit.
Sweep the leg.
You know what I was upset about at first, and then I was surprised that I warmed up to them? I did not like the fact that they changed the actors for Russ and Audrey.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
Did they?
Yeah. At least for Russ, they for sure did. Because in the first movie, it's Anthony Michael Hall, who is a classic 80s actor. That fool's a goat. And I don't know why the fuck you would not get him back. Maybe he got too expensive, but I don't know what it was. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they are different. They just have similar.
The other thing too, I was
Dana
tripping.
Barron and Dana Hill.
The other thing I was tripping out on was like at first I was like, okay, like they're obviously aged up in this second movie. They're both horny teenagers now, and they were like, from what I assumed, like 10 and 13, 10 and 12 or something like that in the previous one. So I was like, all right. Maybe they just like needed older actors. But then I was thinking to myself and I was like, wait, this movie came out like what, 3 or 4 years? 2 years? Okay.
2 years later.
I think that's enough time to sell me on the fact that like
they're a little bit older.
Yeah. Don't fucking recast, man. Get the fuck out of here. But like I said, Michael Anthony Hall is a very, very popular 80s actor in particular. So maybe he started getting really popular and, you know, they couldn't afford the two of them after that. But at the beginning of the movie, that upset me for sure. I was like, nope, don't want to watch it. This. No, thank you. This is not my Russ and Audrey. Hell no. Get the fuck out
that's
here.
true. Yeah. I also felt bad that like they like gave Audrey just like a weight problem that was fixated
terrible.
On in this movie. I was like, damn, this fucking sucks,
no, it's
dude.
really bad,
Like everyone's just a piece of shit to her.
Yeah.
You know?
No, it's
and
fucked
fuck.
up,
I was like, damn. There's like. Again, like there's just like shitty aspects to these movies where I'm just like, damn, this fucking sucks. Butthole.
It's fucked up because like a lot of it's different when you have it's different when you have like a movie from back then or whatever that has 1 or 2 jokes in them. It'll kick back in a second. I don't know why it keeps coming in and out, but it's different when an old movie from the 80s has like 1 or 2, 3 or 4, 5 jokes that are pretty bad, that are based off of like some older, more fucked up ideals. It's a whole different beast. See, there it is. It's a whole different beast when the whole fucking movie and a lot of the characters are based off of those like old school fucked up ideals. And so it's just like, yeah, there's certain things that are just, I think, hard to watch now if you don't have a previous association with the movies already. If they're nostalgic for you, I understand why they are like classics. But if you've never seen them before and you're watching them in today's social political climate, there's a lot of things that you're probably not going to find very funny.
Yeah. It was just fun. Yeah, this movie was just pretty fucking nuts. Again, I like that there is more of like a subplot and like a through line and not just like, hey, we're going here and we're going there.
And then this shit happens in this state.
Yeah, it's like, you know, at least they're in their specific locations.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff does happen that is kind of like the whole thing where they're just staying with that random family. I was just like, okay, this is like kind of funny, but it's not like the most, you know.
Yeah.
Like why did these people just like let them stay?
100%. Super weird. Doesn't make any sense.
They don't like kick them out. They're just like, who the fuck are these people?
They don't
I don't know. We're just going to feed them.
They don't even ask who they are until after they leave the next day. And it's just, things like that are like, again, it's a comedy movie, so not everything needs to make perfect sense, but it's just a trip to see this like old brand of comedy where they don't care about logic at all. In fact, I think they go out of their way to like break logic.
Yeah.
It's
like you're watching a live action cartoon.
100%.
Almost.
Yeah, definitely.
Because like they're just doing the most outrageous fucking shit. Like Clark is the worst fucking driver that you've ever fucking seen in the first one and in the fucking second one. And the second one, it makes it worse that they have to drive on the whole other fucking side of the road. It's crazy because there is like a point where where he's like, sits on the rock side. He's like, oh, where's the wheel? And Audrey's like, on the other side, Dad.
Yeah.
And then when they get the car later that has the fucking dude in it, the wheel's just on the regular side.
I was thinking that too, and I was wondering, I was like, I am not super up to date on the driving rules everywhere. All I know is that in England it's backwards compared to us and vice versa. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to just go out and say everywhere in Europe only drives on the left side. I was like, maybe Germany drives on the right. Who knows?
I think they were in Rome at that time.
Oh, Rome. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, at the end. Yeah.
So maybe.
Who knows?
I've never been to Rome.
Me neither.
But when in Rome, I'll see if they drive on the regular side.
Yeah.
That's going to be the thing. When I go to Rome, I'm not going to see the Colosseum or anything like that. I'm just going to be like, hey, which side do you guys drive on?
Yeah.
Oh, we drive on the left side. Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I can go back now.
Yeah. That was one of the ones that like made me chuckle. I wasn't like cracking up or anything, but I did think that was funny where like he keeps running into people and they like do the joke on like British politeness. And like everybody gets out and they're like, no, it's perfectly fine. It was my fault. Apologies. Like take my bumper as a memento from your fucking trip and shit like that. Like, and then it's like 3 in a row. And then there's the bike guy who like keeps getting fucked up by him over the course of the whole movie. No, that's cool, bro. Yeah, every time he's like apologizing, he's like, "No, sorry to put you out. Like, I'm fine."
Yeah, it was my fault. Yeah. That was like, I think that was funny the first couple times for me, but then when it kept happening, I'm like, all right, you guys are beating a dead horse a little bit right here. You know, when it happens later in the movie, like, I would like it if it happened like once or twice. But it happens like 3 or 4 times in a row. Yeah. And then like it happens like
callbacks to the biker later. Yeah. Too. Yeah.
I'm like, it'd be funnier if you just like happened once or twice to him, and then there's like the callbacks. They're like, oh fuck, the biker dude. But you just have the moment where you hit him, he breaks his leg, and then you see him and you
like
fucking
2 minutes and
and then he fucking is walking into the hotel and then
he
fucking
snaps his leg.
Snaps his leg, and then you have the moment at the very end. You're like, damn, all right, how many times you gotta fucking get this motherfucker?
Yeah. That I liked him more than I liked the other bit in the beginning, because I was also like at first like, okay, this is a lot, but it caught me off guard the other times. I had forgotten about the biker. So when it's like a seemingly random moment of like, oh yeah, I just need to check into the hotel really quick in a different country, it's funny to me when he like snaps his leg and he's like, oh fuck, it's you again. Like that those reoccurrences did make me laugh. I like those bits. But yeah, it was a fun enough experience, I think. It just wasn't like... I think it's a brand of comedy that's a little bit dated at this point. One, not just because of like some of the jokes that you like, quote unquote, are and aren't allowed to make anymore, but 2, also because of just the time frame that it takes place in. I think there's a lot of jokes and comedy based off of like living in the 80s, in the early 80s, and like being a kid in the early 80s and stuff like that, that's not really easy to relate to unless you're from that time or you had a parent that like really told you all these stories about like what shit was like during that time and whatnot. Otherwise, I find it as a kid of like the 21st century, as I would say we were both born in the 90s, so technically we're from the previous century, but fucking babies, not conscious people during that time. So
we speak for both.
We are the ambassadors. We are the bridge.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was just not a lot of things that I like. I don't know. There's just something that like it lacked charm for me. And maybe it wasn't trying to be. Maybe that was part of it. Like this the in your face type of thing or whatever. But like most raunchy, envelope pushing, super bads, knocked ups, Zack and Miri make pornos still have like a certain level of charm to them. You know what I mean? And this movie feels very abrasive. Like, I don't give a fuck what you think. Here's these fucking jokes, motherfucker. Like, deal with it.
Like you said, I think it was just like Chevy Chase's excuse to just be fucking hella horny. Yeah. Because like even in this one, he like is shooting his wife outside of the fucking shower doing her fucking dance, and then like he doesn't erase it.
Nope.
And then they're just always trying to fuck, and then freaking he's like, oh yeah, let's fucking go out, and they fucking go out, and they're watching a dancing show where like
they go to like a French like nudie show basically.
And I mean, hey, like nowadays I think people would be down for that, where like couples would actually go and watch that. But I still think like for the time and like also just who his wife is just as a person in the movies, I'm like, damn, you suck.
Because he's it's also how he frames it too, because like I could even...
This is just French culture.
Yeah, like I could see people in the 80s being... If you got a horny couple that's open-minded and shit, I could see that being in the 80s. You know, maybe they snort some coke and go watch a nudie show in France. Like,
maybe.
Fuck it.
Maybe.
But the way he frames it, like you said, where he's like, no, we're going out for dinner and the French culture, and it's like booze and titties. And it's like,
exactly.
Okay, like, all right.
And she's like, oh, can I just get your fucking... can I just get the coat check? Like, I'm going to go back. And he's like, oh, all right,
okay,
cool.
Bye,
yeah,
honey.
I'm just going to watch this. And he was like, oh, yeah, that was fucking awesome.
Also, too, a lot of like weird underage jokes for sure. Because there's like Russ is straight up with the hooker sex worker in one of the fucking scenes. In that same scene, he's in there in the back. And then there's a couple of different times too where they do weird shit with Audrey too, where like the announcer at the very beginning
Oh, like hella
kisses
like,
the fuck out of her,
Yeah,
like
for
dips
hella
her
long.
and shit. Yeah, and is
Yeah.
clearly way fucking older than this girl who, if the actor is not that age, is portrayed as like a 14 or 15-year-old or something like that.
Yeah, I was watching that. I was like, damn.
Whoa, dude, yeah.
This is nuts.
And then there's also one later where one of the French waiters, it's like Clark thinks he's like connecting with the locals, and he's like, I'm gonna order my food in French or whatever, and like they'll like me, and like he's speaking back to them with a smile, but all the dialogue subtitles that you see are like him talking shit. And there's one where he's like, yes, your wife, she has great big tits, right?
Yeah.
And like French. And then there's another one, he's like, and your daughter has a great little ass. I'm like, bro, what the fuck, dude?
The daughter's hella young.
I was like, what the fuck, man? Yeah, like there was just a couple of those moments where I was like, damn, this is just dated for me, I think. There's certain parts that are hard to watch.
And also, like, in the beginning, like, with like, Audrey just making out with Jack, like, they're just, like, outside, and I was just like,
okay.
we didn't need to, like,
No,
that didn't need to be there.
Yeah, definitely,
Like,
yeah.
I understand camera work wasn't as advanced back then,
Sure.
but I think we could have done without, like, the 30-second, like, makeout session that we watched, like, in the beginning of the movie.
Definitely, yeah. You can get rid of it, it's fine, yeah. No, it was funny, I was laughing because, like, I had just finished the first one, I think, or I was, like, close to finishing the first one, because I watched them both today, and my dad called me, and he was like, hey, what are you doing? And I was like, I was watching like these movies or whatever. And he's like, oh, okay. He's like, are you on the second one? And I was like, almost. He's like, I'm gonna get to it right now. And he's like, okay. He's like, yeah, the first one's like pretty good. He's like, it's not bad. He's like, you'll probably like the second one a little more. He's like, he was like, what did he say? He was like, you can see the cocaine in the second movie like a lot more. And I was like, okay, like that's funny. Like just like from behind the scenes, right? And the movie starts and they're in like the pig costumes on the fucking like pig show and stuff, and I was like, oh, I see what he means. I was like, okay. But I think like the whole like one part in the beginning again that like tripped me out is like, not to like get all heavy like, you know, movie critique on it, because it's not meant to hold up against that kind of like scrutiny, I don't think. But the beginning is like stupidly slow and nothing happens, because there's like this part that I couldn't understand where like, I forget what it is, but they're all sitting there and you go into each one of their individual daydreams. And they're all fucking weird and stupid. Like, the mom's is, what's her name?
Ellen.
Ellen, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ellen's is that, it's their dream about, like, what's going to happen when they get over there, whatever.
Yeah.
Ellen's is that Clark is good friends with the royal family. Not even that, like, she's good friends with them, that, like, Clark is good friends with the royal family, and she just happens to be there by happenstance or whatever. Fucking Audrey's dream is that she's gonna get there and British people are gonna feed her so much food that she's gonna get too big and then Jack's not gonna love her anymore. Yeah. Fucking Russ's is just that he's in like a super horny dance club in like France or something like that with a bunch of like scantily clad women. And then Clark's is like a Hills Sound of Music joke. The hills are alive with the sound of Griswold. Like, just really goofy random shit like where you're right, it is better. There's more of a through line in the second one, but there were still times where I feel like they're like, I don't know, just fucking throw that in there. It'll be funny. Yeah,
the other thing to Ellen's like dream on the plane is that like Princess Diana hella like likes Clark, and he's like, no,
I'm with my wife.
I have my wife. Which, if you watch the first movie, if that fool doesn't get caught in the fucking,
he doesn't give a fuck.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, no,
he's
almost
having sex
goes
with that
down
lady
with
for
the
sure.
Fucking,
the
sports car lady.
If he doesn't like yell, which I don't know why him like yelling like woke everybody up when they were both already talking hella loud.
Sure.
And then they like jumped in the pool and she's like, it's exquisite. Like blah blah blah. Like, okay, like we'll go past that. But again, if he doesn't get caught, he's fucking for sure. He doesn't give a shit.
No, he would have went all the way.
He does not give a shit.
Yeah, definitely.
He even kind of says it. He's like, yeah, well, my wife saw, so I kind of got to go be married. And
exactly.
I was just like, okay.
He doesn't even say like, this is the wrong thing. I shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
He's just like,
He goes skinny dipping.
Yeah. No, he's not the best. Not the best.
He's not, dude.
Also, Ellen is just like a completely inaccurate portrayal of a person in general. Any person that would forgive the ridiculously crazy things that Clark Griswold does as quickly as she does is just as demented as he is, and they deserve each other. So actually, I take it back. They're perfect. They're perfect for each other.
It's just nuts, bro. Like, the shit that they do is fucking crazy. Like, to go back to the first one, like he just forgets the dog on the back and just drives off with the dog.
The dog just
and then
dies.
and then just nothing else happens after that.
No, it's fine. The cop's just like, all right, I can buy that. I'm gonna go pick him up off the road.
And in this one, he like throws Rusty's hat off the fucking Eiffel Tower, and the dog jumps off, and I'm like, this dude just hates fucking dogs,
I know,
bro.
Yeah. Granted, he did land in the water this time. The dog did.
There's no way the dog survived that.
Absolutely would not survive, but plenty of things they wouldn't survive. Any and all of the car crashes that they get into would be more injured than the way they walk out. There's times where they go off of the cliff and like slam fucking hood first into the ground, and they all just get out and they're like, whoa, that was kind of wacky, huh, gang? Like, it's fucking goofy shit.
I will say in the first one, I did like the dad joke of like when they crash, and Russ is like, I think he jumped out like 50 yards, and he's like, 50 yards.
Yeah.
Like he's kind of like, he's like kind of happy about
especially because Ellen is like, that's nothing to be proud of, Russ. And he's like, yeah, Russ. He's like, 50 yards.
Like that's such like it's funny because it's such a dad thing.
Yeah, definitely. I just saw this one clip that hella made me laugh. It's this dad recording his son when they just got out of Spider-Verse, and he walks in front of the like cardboard cutout that they have like at all the movie theaters and stuff like that, and he's recording him, and he's like, do your pose, Jack, or whatever his name is. He's like, do your pose, Jack, do your pose. And he goes and he's like, no. And he does a backflip and he lands it all cool, like Spider-Man style. And he's like, you're not supposed to do that, Jack. And he's like, that was really cool, but you're not supposed to do that. God, that was cool. He's like, how did you do that? Don't do that again. He's like, it definitely reminded me of that for sure.
Shit's fucking nuts. But yeah, this, I don't know. I wouldn't.
It's a funny series.
I wouldn't know if I would say this one's like better. I would say it's like about the same. Yeah. I would say the jokes are better in the first one just because it's the first one. It's like, okay, it's the first one of the series. But then like, again, this one, like doubling down on it being just like super horny.
Yeah.
And it also being like PG-13. I was like, okay, this is kind of funky.
I thought I liked the second one better at first. But now that we're into talking about them, I think I agree with you. They're like pretty much the same. I don't really see like massive major improvements over the second one.
Yeah, like because even like the subplots and the through lines on the second one are like not that great.
No,
like
they're still goofy as fuck.
Yeah, you have like the continued story of like the dude that steals the fucking their camera, but it doesn't happen to like the reveal to like way later, and like nothing even then like really happens other than like he gives them like hella cash and then they drive off in the fucking quote unquote rental car that has the dude in the back. But like even nothing like comes of that. Like they drive off and like I forget what happens. I think like the tire pops or whatever. And it's so that actually, that scene's so fucking funny because when I was watching on Amazon Prime, he says, like the captions say darn it all, and he goes darn it all.
You can see
but then he goes but like actually he's like, oh fuck.
Wait, does it so in the audio did he say fuck or no?
So it looks like
I saw the same thing because that's why I laughed at that part too. I'm glad you brought it up because I meant to. It's such a clear overdub. You can tell so easily that he said something way worse. And
he's like, oh darn it all. But then you see his reaction, he's like, oh fuck.
Hella loud. That cracked me up. That was funny.
But to get back to the dude in like the trunk, it's like there's no resolve from that because the tire pops, they park, and then he opens it up. He's like,
there's a guy in the trunk.
And then he closes it. He's like, oh yeah, there's just a guy in the trunk.
That's it.
And that's it. Like the cops don't give a fuck.
You kind of see Russ like trying to get him out, but you know it doesn't go anywhere. Like that's it. Yeah.
And that's it. And then the chick he meets from California just hangs out with him. Like she just gets in the car.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh, this is my dad.
Yeah.
And then
like,
she's
wow,
like,
your parents are awesome.
They're like, no, his parents are fucking psycho.
Yeah. I did like the there was a bit at the end that I enjoyed. It made me laugh, which was when they're on the plane ride back, and you have the shot of them sitting there sped up of like the plane people like bringing the food, and then he like goes to start eating, and then they take it away really quick, and like so on and so forth with all of them. That part made me laugh. But then they lost me when they get there and they're like, hey, look, the fucking Statue of Liberty. And he like busts into the pilot's office and gets the guy stuck. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm just stuck. What do you want? They fucking knock the flame torch off the fucking Statue of Liberty and shit. I was like, oh my God. I was like, how? There was just so many moments like that where I was like, it's just
stupid.
It's just so stupid and so cheesy. I'm like, how did this get so popular? What the fuck made this like as big as it is? You know what I mean? Like there's just so many times there that I kept asking myself that, and I like couldn't come to terms with it. I was like, I just don't get it. I was like, at a certain point, I was like, this is just not a movie that I am the target audience of. I was like, this is just one of those ones that's just not made for me. Like, I don't know what it is. It's just, I don't think they're my cup of tea.
Yeah. What's also stupid about that end scene is like when it gets knocked over, Russ is like, the Griswolds are back.
Yeah,
and I was
dude,
like,
yeah.
ah, shut
like,
the fuck up. Shut up, Russ.
Yeah, there was just some.
Shut your mouth.
There's just a couple of times where I was like, it was too cartoony for me. Like pushing the envelope is great, but not if you rip it. You know, not if you just break it open and torch it and smoke the remnants and then get high off of that and make a movie. Like,
yeah. Yeah, this movie was just a lot of just horny shit, bro.
Yeah, big
like,
time. I also give this one just like a flat 6. Like 6 to 6.5. That's what both of them are for me, honestly.
yeah, I would say this one's probably like now that we've been like talking about it, I would say like a 6
Okay,
and a half.
yeah.
Like the first one, I still give it like a 7.
Okay.
Like I think just because the comedy is fresher in that
Sure.
first one.
Yeah, it's like the first time you get introduced.
You're
to
like,
it,
oh, okay. But then again, like you watch the second one and he just doubles down on being horny. Like Clark's horny and then fucking Russ is horny. They're just all horny.
Yeah, that's
They're
it.
all horny all the
that's it.
fucking
Yeah,
time.
that's all it is.
And it's like, okay, this is okay. Like I'm down. Like, you know, super bad. They're fucking horny all the time. But it is just like also a good like coming of age story that's woven into like a great comedic story.
Well,
because
the thing is, like in Superbad, the story is about two best friends who have to potentially break up.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
not what happens in the movie is that they're trying to get laid, but that's not what the story is about.
Yeah.
In this movie, everybody's just horny. That's what the movie's about, and that's what happens in the movie too. They're just horny all the fucking time.
Yeah, this fool's just
Just
a
horny and
dog,
goofy.
bro.
Yeah. So you know, it was whatever.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was fun enough.
It was cool. Yeah. Again, it's a fun movie. I think it's definitely one that like people should just watch just for the sake of like comedy movies to just like understand,
see where shit came from,
and see just again like it's just that edginess of like a family movie or a raunchy comedy disguised as like a family movie.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Which I think like
got popular after a while.
Got popular. I think
it got better, thankfully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I think the third one is the best because I think it has that
Has
good
actual
heartfelt
character shit,
story
Yeah.
of like you seeing Clark develop into like more than just a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You know, and like
it's got the power of Christmas on it.
Yeah, exactly. The power of fucking Christmas.
Yeah, dude.
And then also fucking. Nah, I don't want to say who comes back because freaking I want you to watch the show and be like, oh, this fucking guy.
Hey, yeah.
Okay. But it's good, you know. You meet, I mean, in the third one, Audrey and fucking Russ get recast again. Not to fucking.
I saw,
but
I was curious because I wanted to check that out, and the kid who plays Russ in the third one is Johnny Galecki, who's the main guy. I think that's how you say his name. Is the main guy from Big Bang Theory, Leonard.
Oh yeah.
And so I was tripping. I was like, "Oh, hey, look, there's one of those. You were a kid in something a long fucking time ago, and now you're famous on your own, or something like that."
He was cool. I think he's more subtle in the movie, but like his shit he does is pretty funny.
That was one thing I actually was bummed about. Was like in the first movie, I thought Russ was actually a halfway decent character because Russ went along with the shenanigans and was like he was a more subtle version of what he is very loudly in the second one, which is like, I don't care about this. Like, I'm a teenage boy. What do I care? You know?
Yeah.
And like, he's fucking
I'm 15 years old. I got a part-time job.
Fucking annoying about it in the second one. I want to punch him in the face. But in the first one, he's like a little more subtle about that. And on top of that, what I like is that Russ Griswold in the first movie understands that his dad is a piece of shit. There's a couple of times in it where you can just tell that he's like, this guy fucking sucks. I'm on my own here. Like,
yeah, at the end he's like, I gotta go talk to dad.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, that one, and then because he's sitting there and he's like, no, Russ, see, like I was just down there because of this and that. Blah blah blah. He's like, you understand, don't you? And he's like, yeah, sure, Dad. He's like, but do you think Mom will buy it? And it's like, oh damn, this kid fucking knows.
He knows.
Bro.
He understands.
Yeah, this kid
understands.
knows. Yeah. So. I was also bugged about that. There was like, and Audrey too was like, again, just what I liked about the first one with the kids versus the second one is like, the Clark was clearly the crazy one of the family bunch in the first movie. I'm going to rectify my review. I think I do enjoy the first one a little bit more because Clark is clearly the crazy one in the first movie, and the rest of them are all wacky, but they're suffering because of his shenanigans.
And they understand that this dude's fucking crazy.
Crazy. But like there's like this politeness factor to it of like, okay, dad's taking us on this vacation. Like, we got to do what he says. Like, we got to be nice, blah, 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 right? In the second one, they're all just fucking nut jobs. Like, they're all just cartoon characters all of a sudden. Nobody gives a fuck. It's just balls to the wall craziness.
Yeah. And what I feel bad about, like, Audrey's character going from the first one to the second one is, like, again, they just turned her into, like, this chick that had, like, the stereotypical like weight problems, and then they just really harped on that, and they just try to make that funny, and it's like no, it wasn't even funny.
The whole movie is just she doesn't want to eat anything on the whole trip because Jack, in the beginning, in front of the whole fucking family, fucking Billy Zabka, just good at playing 80s bad guys, is like, he's like, she's like, I don't think I'll be eating much on the trip. And he's like, yeah, I don't want to like blah, blah, blah. And fucking Jack looks right over at Clark Griswold. Only moment I fucking sympathize with Clark Griswold. He's like, yeah, I like him thin. And I'm like, oh, fucking Christ or whatever. There's like a part where after Clark figures out that Audrey's on the phone with him all night and he's got the bill, they like cut away after he's like, Audrey, and they're in the car and you just hear Ellen like, now, sweetie, he didn't mean it. And he's like, she's like, Clark, and he's like, oh, all right, I won't actually cut his balls off.
Yeah.
It's like, that made me laugh. Like, I like that bit, you know, but that, yeah, it's just crazy shit, dude. It's wild.
Yeah, just nuts. Yeah, talking about him, I definitely like the first one a lot more.
Yeah. It's funny because it's like the more you, and they're probably designed that way on purpose, but the more that you think about them, the less they hold up. Like, they're better if you just watch them and you laugh and you don't think about it again afterwards.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you guys should go check these movies out. Rate them. Let us know in the comments what you think about it.
Do it.
You know?
Do it. You won't.
But hell yeah. You guys might. I don't know.
Maybe
but fucking do it. Fucking do it, you motherfuckers. Do that shit.
I dare you.
I triple dog fucking dare you.
Come to your house and slice you with a lightsaber.
Pew, 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 pew. Oh, another thing I forgot to say about the homies from Hawaii. They hella fuck with Lord of the Rings.
Fuck yeah.
They were hella talking about it, and I don't want to be like, oh, you guys talking about Lord of the Rings? But like, they were
in there, bro.
No, but they were just talking about it, and I was just like, okay.
Yeah,
and then they were like, it was just funny because I hit them with, they were like, oh, do you like Lord of the Rings? I was like, fuck yeah, I like Lord of the Rings, bro. And I was like, what about second breakfast?
What about
and then they just
breakfast?
started fucking.
That shit's good.
Yeah, but I was like,
I saw this funny one that it's been popping up a couple times in like the rotation on my feed that's been making me laugh, where it's like the Fellowship at 100% power, and it's all of them, and then it's like the Fellowship at 99% power, and it's just Aragorn and Sam.
Yeah,
and I'm like, that's too fucking true. Honestly, that's all you need right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was just funny. They're just like, yeah, dude, Lord of the Rings is fucking sick. And I was like, you did, it is. And they're like, yeah, and The Hobbit, that shit's fucking sick. And I was like, yeah, dude, fuck yeah.
Yeah. You know what other one got me? You got me started. I'm sorry. I got to mention this one too. That cracked me up. This one's just like a hole to poke in the Lord of the Rings. It's like somebody being super intense about it was like, all right, so Sam picks up Frodo while he's carrying the ring and takes him all the way up Mount Doom and drops it in there without feeling any side effects. He's still a good dude when he gets up to the top, right? Like, why the fuck didn't they just put the ring, on a little mouse or squirrel or something, keep that motherfucker in their pocket the whole time? They would have been fine. And I was like, damn, that's a good point.
The one I love is freaking when the dude is like, if Matthew McConaughey was
yeah.
From
Gandalf.
the Shire to the fires of Mount Doom.
You got to take that ring all the way from the Shire. What does he do? All the way to the fires, Mount Doom. See, a wizard's never late.
A wizard is never late.
Nor is he early.
He's always
right on time. Yeah, that's good. I like that, yeah. That one is
I'm
good.
going to go back and watch that one because I love that shit.
There's this other one that just cracked me up recently. There's this guy who does impressions who's like, I think been getting more popular. And he does like a select number of them. He does like The Rock. He does Mark Wahlberg. He does Ryan Reynolds really good. Like a good cast of characters. He's got a couple impressions under his belt. And he recasted all of them as Harry Potter characters.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that one?
Yeah,
that shit was funny. That one cracked me up. I like that one.
Yeah, I fuck.
It's like Mark Wahlberg is Voldemort, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, all right, what do we got here? Boy who lived, huh? Come to die."
I forget which one from that I hella liked, but I remember.
That dude's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that shit was, which one was it? I forget.
They have like all the actors is like your dad and shit.
Oh, I think he did like Dobby as like the Rock or something like
He's
that.
like, Dobby's a free elf. Now that you have given Dobby a piece of clothing, ha ha! Dobby's a free elf.
Yeah.
That shit's good, dude. Yeah,
That's
it cracks me up. So
I love
funny.
people on the internet, dude. They do some funny
Some
shit.
funny shit.
Yeah. But hell yeah, guys, that was episode number 68. We talked about a lot of shit. Talked about the SAG-AFTRA stuff. Talked about our vacations. And talked about National Lampoon's Vacation.
That we
Go
did.
check them out. And you know what next week is, guys? Episode number 60.
69.
We're probably going to be talking about, like, I was thinking Sex Drive and, like, Zach and Miri make a porno.
Okay.
I don't know if you wanted to throw some other ones in there. Just
I've never seen Sex Drive before.
You've never seen Sex Drive?
No, I don't even know.
That
what movie
one's
is,
fucking.
honestly.
Oh, dude.
I was thinking Zach and Miri make a porno for sure, and then I was thinking we could maybe do Superbad as well. But
We could do those three.
yeah,
Dude, you've never seen. Oh, this one's fucking
nah,
hilarious,
I don't think I've seen it
bro.
before.
Fucking Clark Duke, dude.
Oh, he's funny. I like him.
Oh yeah, I forgot Seth Green's in this shit, dude. It's fucking hilarious. I don't want to look at the IMDb one because it just fucking
2008.
lovable teen. Ian always has been the best friend, not the boyfriend, and he thinks that he's the last American virgin. Then online he meets Danielle, who is pretty sweet and really seems to like him. The trouble is, Ian and Danielle live in different parts of the country. When she makes him an offer he can't refuse, Ian steals his brother's 69 GTO and sets out to meet her in person and lose his virginity.
Nice. That
Dude,
sounds funny.
it's fucking
Nice.
It's fucking funny, dude.
Cool.
So yeah, Superbad, Sex Drive, and Zach and Miri make a porno.
Sure, yeah, let's do it.
We're gonna be talking about all the 69s next week.
some horny ass
So,
movies.
yeah, we should have just talked about these. We should just talk about Vacation next
If
week.
only we knew they were so horny.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
dude. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, this shit got like a 6.5, but I think it's way funnier than that.
There's a lot of movies from the early 2000s that I think got rated poorly, unfortunately.
Yeah, like look at this cast, dude. This is fucking James Marsden is in that
Mhm.
shit, bro.
Seth Green.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of fucking.
I like Clark Duke. He's funny too.
Mm-hmm. This dude's funny. Josh Zuckerman. He plays the main dude. Some fucking good shit in here, bro. This shit's fucking. I haven't seen this movie in a fucking cool ass fucking minute, bro. I'm excited to fucking watch this shit again.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, I think the opening scene's pretty fucking funny. But yeah, guys, that was episode 68. Go follow us on Instagram, 2HyperTV, TOOHIGH4TV. And you know, that's the number 4, not FOR, not FOUR, not FORE. We don't spell nothing out here. We just do symbols.
That's right.
We're symbolic here.
100%.
Exactly.
I lied earlier when I said we were a language podcast. We're not. We're only about math and science.
And symbolism.
That's it.
Yeah. Go follow us on YouTube at 2HyperTV. Same name, TOOHIGH4TV. Subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can know when the videos drop, which is every Friday at 8 o'clock.
Boom.
Motherfuckers.
Boom.
And same
Friday.
time. Yeah, so podcasts come out Friday, 7 to 8 o'clock. Video always comes out at 8 o'clock.
You got
So-
something for the weekend.
Exactly. You got something for the weekend. You got something to listen to on the drive to fucking work.
Yeah.
If you want to come home and then watch us after, just so you can smoke along with us, drink along
While you
with us,
detox.
bullshit along with us, go ahead and fucking
Join
do
us.
it. Go ahead and fucking
Come
do
along.
it.
Come
Join
on.
us. Join 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 us.
That's one of those ones that sounds weird when you say it a lot.
Join us.
Join us, join us, join us, join us, join us, join us, join us. For sure sounds like we're chanting some cult shit. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm hot.
You're cold. All right, guys. I'm hot. This is cold, and we are motherfucking out of here.